Here we are. Bonfire Banter. We have a special episode in the garage. We're talking Goodfellas tonight.
Hey.
We got Timmy the Red over here. First time on. He's been out here before. Thanks for coming out tonight.
No, thanks for having me.
Yeah,
Salud,
absolutely.
Timmy.
Timmy.
Salud, Timmy.
Hey,
Salud.
salud. Hey, it's great. People coming together.
Yeah, finally. We've been trying to have Timmy the Red on for a while.
Yeah, he's been out to a couple episodes.
Yeah.
You've seen a couple.
I've seen a couple.
Yeah, absolutely.
Live and otherwise.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Just like tits.
And then we have Jess Brown out tonight. You've seen her before. Jessica. But fantastic. It was one of her favorite movies, so she had to jump on the panel tonight. This was a no-brainer. Mm-hmm. And then Ryan Persenico is back.
Rattlehead Ryan.
Here he
Get
is.
it right.
100% ago.
100% a go. Sometimes zero, but that's on the hangover
He's got
day.
a cool
We'll see how it
nickname and
goes
everything.
tonight.
He's got a cool nickname.
God damn. Timmy the Red's cool. It's just like,
It's
it's clean,
it's
it's
wearing on me.
precise.
It's big. It's
It's been
threatening.
a long time.
Timmy the
can't
Red.
help it.
What's your last name again, Timmy?
Thompson.
Thompson.
Timmy
Okay,
Thompson.
yeah, Timmy Thompson. Okay, T, double T in the building.
Yep.
So, yeah, we're talking Goodfellas here tonight. Mm-hmm. And what is your guys' like, why are you so enamored by this movie? It's like Scorsese? What?
Real quick, I think we got a good... I'd like you guys to tell the story. Jess, the first time she saw
Yeah.
Goodfellas was with Timmy.
Oh, really?
I think you
Kind
guys
of,
should
yeah.
mention that one.
I was watching it at my friend Andy's house, and she came by with some friends, and they only stuck around for a little while, and
Yeah.
I think it was during the scene where the cars all explode and
Yeah.
that
Yeah,
still
it was
frame,
right at
you
the
know, it was
beginning.
out of respect. And there was that scene, and they're like, we gotta go, but we have to get this movie and finish it immediately. So
So you went home immediately and got it, or?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now you've fallen in love with it, or what?
Yeah, definitely. I didn't have the appreciation for movies then that I do now.
Yeah.
But being with Rob has given me a greater appreciation
Right.
for movies. And when you watched Goodfellas, like 10 years ago, and it was just one of those movies that, you know, the movies you see that like time stops and it just like
Stick with you.
Yeah, that's what this movie was. It's my favorite movie.
And you give that to Scorsese, and I'll throw this out to anyone. You know, is that Scorsese, or is that good acting, or is that just a whole great mess of things coming together?
It's a slew. I mean, Mean
Yeah.
Streets was the
Perfect
first
storm,
Goodfellas, right? I mean, it came out and it's got De Niro, it's got Harvey Keitel, it's got shit. Anyway,
It's got some people in it.
yeah,
David
you know,
Proval.
the soundtrack, the whole premise, the storyline, everything is
I've never
all the
heard of
same.
this.
Mean Streets?
that was
yeah.
kind of where he
What?
got his. That's
Never
where
heard of this.
Scorsese,
I
like,
haven't.
got
This
his feet
guy.
wet with the whole.
Okay,
like,
you have to see Mean Streets. I mean,
Apparently,
it's-
yeah.
Oh shit! All
Okay.
right.
Yeah,
Anyway,
Mean
so that was
Streets is
Scorsese's first.
I got it on DVD. I'll give it to you.
Yeah.
And
see it, all right.
then he does Goodfellas, and then he does Casino, and these are
seen
all
Casino a bunch of
just
times.
the same,
Yeah.
you know, storyline, same actors. But he's been with them for so long. I think that repertoire that he got with these
Yeah.
actors, they were like, "Fuck yeah, we'll do another fucking
Hell
film."
yeah.
You know, oh, it's the same thing. Oh, it's a bunch of gangsters getting together, hustling, murdering people.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, we'll do it.
Yeah,
When's
I've
the next
seen,
one?
I've seen a lot of Entourage. I know how that works. You know, it's like, you know. I'm pretty much an expert in Hollywood because
Okay.
Because
Don't
I
compare
watch
all
Goodfellas
the-
to Entourage. Please don't do that.
Man, I'm a doctor. I watch Scrubs.
So, Timmy, what's your? Why did you get involved in this? I mean, I know you like a lot of different movies, but you know, what makes Goodfellas great to you?
Well, that's one of those movies, like, with every good movie you take, there's usually a handful at the most of, like, scenes that really stand out
Yeah.
that you're going to remember.
Yeah.
Goodfellas, every
There's a lot.
single scene is like a
It's like
closing scene.
Yeah.
It's just, there's the whole pace of the movie is just boom, boom, boom.
You can't help but
Yeah.
quote it all the way through.
Yeah, it's
And
like
even-
listening to your favorite album and, like, singing
even
along.
the
You have
minuscule
to-
parts that aren't even that funny. Just like me and Timmy are sitting here just watching it real quick, and you know, just a small little line that isn't even that funny. It's just funny because we've
Yeah.
seen it so many times and it's so
Exactly, yeah.
profound.
What was
you know
that?
what I mean?
You remember?
Which
A, lo-
one?
a lot
It's
of
like half
a
the
lot
movie.
of pantsuits and double knits. You say that to somebody and they go, "Goodfellas."
Yeah.
That's what blew my
Father.
mind. Was the first time you came out was it was the
UFC
UFC
night?
episode,
Yeah.
and you started rattling. I don't even think it was on camera. No.
No, it was
Halloween
UFC.
that was his second coming.
Oh, you're right.
He
You
was
guys
on the
just needed
UFC
somebody
early
to
on.
fill in. I'm like, I don't know
he's
shit about
like-
UFC, but
yeah,
I'll sit in.
and you were hilarious. Yeah.
Yeah, he punched that guy. It was cool.
Yeah.
That's all I have to
Kimbo
say.
No, you came with a lump on your head. You just like passed out the day before.
Oh,
that
that's
was-
perfect.
yeah, that's
there you
right.
go.
It was funny.
Yeah.
We were like kind of making a joke about
yeah.
it.
Like I'm an amateur fighter.
Black blackout. I passed out. My head hit the ground. I split my
Yeah.
fucking
You said
forehead
you woke
open.
up in a pool of blood?
Yeah,
Oh.
blood spurting all over my
Jesus
shoulder.
Christ.
You got into a fight with the ground.
Man, I got
Yeah.
5 stitches in my face. And
Looks
then,
like a scene from
and that was
Goodfellas.
that was at like it was like 9 in the morning. I went and got stitches, and then at like 10:30, I went and taught a skateboarding class to a bunch of kids. They were like, "What?" I'm like, "It's fine." You know,
Skateboarding
I got a
accident.
bandage. I fell, but this was 3 weeks after I just broke my collarbone, and they're like, "You think you want to teach us how to skateboard?" I'm like, "Yeah, this
I don't
didn't
know if I
have
want to do
skateboarding,
this
it's fine."
anymore. Half
But
the
that's
kids
what I was.
quit.
I was blown away because in that episode, you were taking the most obscure lines. Like I've seen the movie a million times. Like I've seen Goodfellas a lot, and like you were saying scenes that I wasn't. I'm like, okay, that's where that's coming. It was like some female lines and stuff.
Yeah.
I was just dying. I'm like, and then your accent was like,
He does these
spot
My
on.
favorite part about the movie is the women. They just the way they talk. It just, what kind of people are these?
He does this impersonations. You'd think it was the real people.
I'm telling you, it's hilarious.
I swear to God, you think it was the real people. Sammy Davis Jr.
That is hilarious. So,
In other words, you condone that kind of thing. Well, no, I just saying I can see, I just careful I'm not kissing that
Take
King
it
Cole.
easy.
Oh shit.
So as far as Scorsese, we were talking about a little of The Departed as well.
Yeah.
And we were kind of trying to get that look tonight.
Well, it's because I don't look very Italian
Yeah.
anyway, so
Yeah.
it would be kind of strange for me to show up in a tracksuit.
Yeah.
No.
It's not perfect for you, no. The
No.
Timmy,
Italian
you want
mobster
a
look
shot of
is-
whiskey?
Sure, why not?
Sure.
Actually,
I was
I have some right here.
I was hoping you would say no, so I could say, "What is it, your fucking period?"
Cranberry juice.
My favorite fucking line from that movie.
Cranberry
Yeah.
juice.
So you gotta take a cranberry juice. Right after you just got in the whole fight. Yeah, the whole fight broke out because that question was asked. And then Nicholson sits down. He's like, "What are you on your period?" That's so
that
funny.
handshaking scene. I do that all
My
the
hand
time. I try
does
to,
not shake.
My hand does not shake, and I go like, "Wow!" After a couple drinks, I'm like,
Does mine?
"I'm pretty stable." But in the morning,
Is it real shaky?
if I wake up in the morning and I do this, I'm like, "Ugh." Right now.
Every
I've had
morning
a
or just
couple of
certain
makers.
mornings?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, I haven't tried it every morning, but this is impressive for me right
Yeah,
now.
that's nice.
Yeah.
You're very concentrated.
Sniper.
Zen.
Hey,
Zen.
Blazing Saddles. Like,
Where all the
steady
white
as a rock,
women
yeah,
at?
but
I
I
shoot with this
hand.
hand.
Oh my god. So,
Back to Goodfellas.
right, if you were gonna say your favorite, like, what's your favorite scene? I know it's tough. I know that's really tough. But what is your favorite scene? And give me a little bit of some
All right.
impersonation here.
Oh, it's gotta
Or
be-
give me something because
it's
you know
gotta-
you're
I
good at
gotta be-
impersonating here. I like to keep that going.
So Friday night we had
Feel
a
free to
date,
jump in at
and
any
Henry
time.
stood me up. So I made Tommy made me go looking for him. And she pulls up. They pull up. Tommy's just driving like a madman, which is kind of funny. Like confused me, like why he's like, "Yeah, I'll take you. I'll take you exactly where my best friend is." So you just fly up there like an asshole, so you could get out of the car and bitch at him. Like, why
Doesn't
the
make it-
fuck?
yeah.
It doesn't make any sense. Tommy's I'm sorry.
Karen.
Yeah, like why would he do that for?
Yeah,
her?
maybe if
But
she was driving the
when
car,
she comes
that
out,
would
she
be her.
goes, "You got some nerve standing me up. Who do you think you are, Frankie Valli or some big shot?" She goes, "Well, I didn't know. I forgot that it was next Friday. It was this Friday, and you knew, and you agreed, and you're a liar."
You're a liar.
I love it. I love the way she talks. It's just so just Jewish.
I always love the.
My daughter says you're half Jewish. Just a good half.
Quick, cover that
Cover
cross.
up that cross. My mother's gonna freak. Good.
I always love the Janice Rossi. That's
I'm gonna tell everyone in this building that you are Rossi, you are nothing but a whore. Is this the superintendent? Yes, sir. I'd like to have you know that you have a whore living in your building. Janice Rossi! You hear me? Get your own goddamn man! Oh, I fucking love it. Oh, it's so good. What kind of people are these? What the fuck kind of people are they? All right, so the women.
The women, yeah.
The Italian community,
A lot of pantsuits and double knits.
A lot of pantsuits and double knits, they're all like, hey, Tony, Bobby, Vinny, those are the women.
Jess, do you aspire to be her?
To be Karen Hill? No.
No, absolutely not.
She's more of a Janice Ross.
What would you do if Rob walked out and started pistol whipping some dude in the face and he's like, hide the gun?
You know, it's funny that you ask, because when you asked about the favorite scenes part, I was trying to think, and it's either the Janice Rossi or the I love
pistol whip?
I love the end
gonna
with the
say the
helicopters
pistol
and he's about to get caught and like that whole thing,
Yeah,
and
he's looking up all
and
day
he's
long.
like
you wanna see
talking about his
helicopters?
schedule and doing all his stuff. Like I think one of the things. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, no, when they walk into the hotel room and he goes, I got some stuff to make you see in helicopters. She goes, oh no, I've seen enough helicopters for today.
Oh my god.
But it's interesting because the thing about the movie that I think makes it so good is it's just the best storytelling, and they're talking just about their lives the way that we would talk about our day to
It's very
day.
simple.
So it normalizes
Yeah.
it, and
he
it
talks like he would, like
Yeah.
the actual guy would tell someone
Yeah.
the story.
I love the
Right.
narration
Yeah,
when
it's
Karen
not super
comes on in the
poetic
beginning,
or anything.
Before they get married, you know, she comes on and she goes, you know, it was like we had two families. We were always together. It was so
Yeah.
normal. You know, just the narration of just you know,
Right.
what was
They're
going on.
explaining
You know,
how this is happening.
and that's how, you know, I, as an Italian, family member, you know, when
Yeah.
you go to events like that, that's
Yeah.
exactly how it is. You know, that everyone
Oh, yeah.
just, hey, you know,
Yeah.
like
And that's the only people you see.
Eat big.
Yeah.
You know,
the
hang
scenes
out,
with
you
the
know.
food and
It's
all the
this-
trays,
yeah,
it's
all
very
the
accurate.
same good fellas, you know. I like this guy.
Right.
He's a good fella. He's a good guy.
And like that, to that point, like in that same scene, the pistol whipping scene, she's come back. She's like, "Well, I know my friends that, you know, if I would have told them that happened, my friends would be out the door." And like, and
I
you
gotta
find your way
admit the
better than
truth.
I can.
I gotta admit the truth. It turned me on.
It turned me on.
yeah.
So yeah, I mean that's her again. That kind of that narration, like as it's happening, like she knows it's fucked up, and she knows it's like weird that she's turned on by it, but like. That's like this inner struggle she's having with herself. Like she
Right.
knows it's fucked up, but she's like
Yeah.
wants it, like
Yeah.
just as much as he does.
And it's kind of sad at the end with the helicopter, like I said, not helicopters for today, because he gets her into it and she's all cranked out and shit
Yeah.
too now,
Yeah.
and he's just out of his fucking mind.
Yeah.
And you know what though? Like,
he really
just-
sold it in those
I mean,
scenes.
you can't say
Yeah.
a specific scene
Bags
because
under
now
his
I'm thinking
eyes.
like,
Yes,
actually,
right.
you know what one of my favorite scenes is when she goes, I gotta get my hat. My lucky hat. I don't
Oh,
fly
the
without
hat.
it. I'm not gonna fly
Oh,
without
yeah.
it. He goes, well, what could I do? I had to take her back to her fucking house
Yeah.
to get her hat. You know, she wouldn't go without it.
Yeah.
So we get back in the car, you know, we get back in the driveway, and then, freeze, motherfucker, don't you move or I'll blow your fucking head off.
Yeah.
He goes, I knew right then it wasn't Wise Guys. If it was Wise Guys,
I would be-
I wouldn't have heard
Even
a
heard
fucking
yeah,
thing.
I would've heard
Don't
it.
fucking move.
Don't fucking move. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
So good. And like,
profound.
I don't know is it all Scorsese writing that? Or like, is this a group of
No,
writers? I
don't
don't know
know.
enough to know.
it's based on a book
Okay.
by a guy, Nicholas Pileggi, I think
Really?
is how it's pronounced. Yeah.
he just directed
And he
this,
would
it's
just,
not-
you know, interviews with Henry
It's a true
Hill.
story. I mean,
And,
okay,
yeah, it is a true
Henry
story.
Hill and,
it was based.
and
It was a book called Wise
Nikki
Guys.
Henry
no,
Hill
yeah,
actually has said in interviews that it's 95% factual, the movie.
Yeah.
Except for the fact
They
that
changed the names, I'm guessing. up a
that
little
Joe
bit.
Pesci's character
Tommy was
Right.
a big
like
motherfucker.
6'4"
He was like
and built
Tim,
like
right?
a built
Yeah.
like a
They wanted to give him like a
linebacker.
Napoleon complex thing.
Well,
or
no,
just-
it was just
It
a
just had
Pesci
Pesci
just
like
had
yeah,
the fucking
he fit
shit.
the
Yeah.
character in
Yeah.
every
So
way
perfect.
except for you know
Height.
his size.
Yeah, yeah.
But-
Right.
Which I think
Yeah.
plays into it a little bit, like because he gets so crazy, it's like almost
think
it
it's
is like that
Napoleon
small guy
complex,
thing.
yeah.
yeah.
Small guy complex.
Yeah.
But you know what? You're scared. You see in Casino, he stabs
It's
the
the
guy
same
in the
thing,
neck
yeah.
with a pen 100 times.
Right.
He goes, you hear something, Anthony? Huh? What is it? What happened to the big fucking tough guy? I told my friend to go fuck himself.
You're a little girl
You're a
ace.
little girl ace, huh?
Well, the
You're a
very
little
first
crying.
scene of Goodfellas, he's stabbing him in the trunk.
I saw
Yeah.
that scene for the first
Far
time when
back
I
as
was
I can
probably
remember.
like 6 years old.
Oh, that's
My parents were watching it. I wasn't supposed to be in the living room, and like
Yeah.
it comes on my mom. Oh, I love this movie.
My
and,
dad
like,
was drinking.
First scene was you know
It's
He thought it was funny.
freaked out. Yeah.
He goes, hey, Ryan, come here. I want to watch this. See,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know I'd go from rags to riches. He's like, you hear that? Bobby Darin. You know, I'm like, cool, Dad. What was up with that first part?
I don't care about the
No,
song.
my dad was like, you're 8 years
no,
old.
we're
Your dad's like, yeah, Bobby Darin, right?
You're 8 years old.
like, I
It's,
get-
it's time for you to watch Terminator.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was one of the
All
first
right.
like R-rated movies I saw. Was
Yeah.
definitely Terminator.
I goes, RoboCop's cool too, but Terminator's better.
You can handle
All
Arnold
right.
Schwarzenegger
You shoot
punching
the guy's
through a
dick
guy.
off. I'm 8
rather
years
than,
old. My
like,
dad
you
shows
know.
me a movie where a guy gets his dick shot off. I'm like,
What movie is that?
RoboCop.
Oh, RoboCop.
That's right,
I saw
yeah.
RoboCop maybe a
And
long
then
time ago. I don't
Terminator
remember that.
cuts
Though.
his goddamn hand
Yeah.
and rips
Oh,
it
rips
off,
the
and
skin
I'm
off.
like,
Yeah.
no, those are my two
Those are the
favorite
movies
movies
that
of all
prime
time
you
now.
for
Thank
movies
you, Dad.
like
I love you.
Goodfellas, I guess.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that seeing that scene as a young one would make you,
It was, yeah.
you
It was,
harden up.
it was freaky.
My
It was
5-year-old
freaky.
today walked in after that scene because I was watching it a little bit more before I came over here. And it was after this first scene of the stabbing,
Yeah.
and she walks in, and it's she's watching the little scene where young Ray Liotta is like getting into the job, and then like he doesn't go to school, so his dad beats the hell out of him. So, and he's beating them like, see, like that's how dads used to treat their kids, and she's
See
like,
how good you got
oh
it?
my god, yeah. See, I
Had a good day at school today.
see, now you better
learn a
listen,
lot?
or else
Learn a lot.
Might
Learn a
get some.
Got a letter from
He's
school
beating the
here.
hell out of him with a belt and shit.
Yeah.
I let it from school here, said they haven't been here in months. In months! In months! You think you're so smart? You're a bum! You're a bum! Oh, I beat the shit out of that freeze frame.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That
He looks like a
angry
goddamn
Irish father with a
animal.
belt
Yeah.
in his hand. And he goes, the way I saw it, everybody takes a beating sometimes.
No more letters from truant
Yeah,
officers.
so sweet.
Oh, so bad.
I also like right after that because my daughter was watching the scene as well. Was they go take the mailman and he go stick his head in the
Oh, yeah.
pizza oven?
Any letter from that fucking school that goes to
Yeah.
that kid's house come directly here. You understand? Another one of those fucking letters comes to that fucking kid's house. In the fucking oven you're gonna go, head first.
There's something
No
about
more
that
letters
movie
from
with
school,
like,
no more letters from truant officers. In fact, no more letters from anybody. After a couple of weeks, my mother had to go to the post office and complain.
there's something about that movie with like freeze frames that
Yes.
really like show.
Because
and-
they narrated over it
Yeah,
again. It's like that's
yeah.
brilliant.
And it always like kind of signified something important about to
Yes.
happen,
Like
kind of.
slowing you down for a
Especially
second,
like, towards the end when like,
Yeah.
you think Maury talks to his wife? What? And then it freeze frame. That's
Yeah.
when I knew
That's when I knew.
he was gonna whack Maury. And
yeah.
Hey, you got those
Yeah.
Danish? Yeah, Belle wants one of those Danishes. Yeah, we'll get you a fucking. He goes, Maury, you never shut the fuck up.
Screwdriver in the back of the head.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then,
Ice
and then,
pick,
and then,
yeah.
and then
Ice
Carbone,
pick, yeah.
Carbone, they're in the fucking Cadillac. He goes, all right,
gotta let it warm up
He goes,
first.
get the fuck out of here. He goes, what are you doing? Get out of here. He goes, you let it warm up. Get the fuck out of here! No, before that, he goes, yeah, we're gonna go cut him up. He goes, all right. And Carbone gets out of the car. Like, not here. We're gonna go drive over to the spot. What
He
are
does
you
the
doing?
same thing with the
He goes,
coffee.
all
Go,
right,
make it to
all right.
go. He's got the coffee cup.
coffee.
What are you doing? Put it down.
Get the fuck
He's
out
just
of
always
here.
fucking with that guy.
Let's have one of your bitches in here. Oh, I did. Where the fuck is she? Stacks.
Sam Jackson.
Everybody loves
very
Stacks.
early scene.
Yeah.
Also gets his head blown off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
You're late
about
for
everybody
your own
does.
fucking funeral.
So pretty much only like Leota and De Niro that don't get their head popped off, right? De Niro doesn't die.
No,
No, he doesn't.
They all go to
He does
jail.
time.
Yeah.
Tommy gets one in the back of the head.
Well, yeah, yeah,
An interesting thing I
that's
read
that.
about
yeah.
De Niro's character, Jimmy Conway, in real life is, in the movie, they kind of portray him as, he's this person that Henry Hill admires and aspires to want to be like him. He's got, the wad of cash and he's putting money in everybody's pocket that
Yeah.
he sees and, all of that. The real Jimmy Conway wasn't really like that, apparently.
Oh, really?
Jimmy Burke.
He wasn't
Yeah.
Jimmy the Gent?
Well, he was.
That was his nickname.
But
His
he
real
was
nickname,
like, what's described in the Wise Guys book is he was like a true homicidal maniac with like 50 or 60 murders
part they
under
got
his
right,
belt.
yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well,
So-
didn't they say in the beginning, he goes, by the time he was 17, he'd already
Yeah.
done
Yeah, he
his
was doing
couple
hits
of hit
already.
jobs.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, and that was the one, like, that and then the way Paulie was portrayed wasn't quite like,
Yeah.
I guess, exactly
Fucking Hollywood,
like how
you
he
know,
was,
but-
right?
It's gonna happen. It's
Yeah,
gonna happen.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And again, like
They didn't
actors
take as
again-
many liberties in that movie that they do in others.
Yeah,
Right.
that's.
But it's
I've never
interesting.
read the book, so I can't speak to that. But
Neither of
But it's interesting seeing the snapshot of it, just their lives, and like you were talking earlier about the gun and her hiding the gun, and she's like, I gotta admit, it turned me on.
Yeah.
It kind of gives us, the audience, permission to just be okay with being
Yeah,
in
because
this
she's
world,
okay
and there's a
with it.
lot of that,
Right.
right?
It's
Definitely.
not really a good guy in the movie.
No,
Yeah,
It's one of those
and you
movies where
forget.
there's-
You're like,
there's
oh, wait a
bad guys
minute,
and there's
that's right. I'm not
worse
supposed to be
guys.
looking at this person.
No,
Yeah.
That's a good description
Henry was
of it,
never
actually.
really a good guy. He was always doing something fucked up.
Yeah,
the entire movie.
constantly.
They kind of like
He had a separate girlfriend. He was dealing coke.
Yes.
He's-
They kind
Yeah.
of.
she puts a gun in his face. She fucking puts her on the ground. I gotta deal with this shit on the street
Karen.
every day.
I think
Right.
there were
I
like
come home for this. I should fucking kill you. How's it feel, Karen?
There were a couple of times where they seemed to try to drive home that he wasn't as cold-blooded as the other guys in the crew. Like when the guy who gets shot at the front of the pizzeria, and he just giving them all. He wasted 8 fucking aprons
on this guy.
And they kind
I don't know what's wrong with this guy.
Then
Let's
later,
fuck this
when
up.
Spider gets his foot blown off, he kind of does the same thing. He goes over and helps him. He's like,
The hell?
bones all shattered. Yeah. So they kind of like those little like he was still not a good guy.
Yeah.
But they try to drive it home,
Like
or at
humanize
least
him
for
a
the
little
movie
bit.
that
Yeah.
he was a little bit more human than they
Yes.
were. Yeah.
Yeah.
It does make
He-
sense. And again, he's kind of the lead in the movie, so it's like it can't just be all bad guys.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's got to
to
be
build
kind of an
empathy.
antagonist, protagonist
I think
thing
that's
going
perfect,
on.
though.
Paulie,
There's
though,
bad
but
guys
Paulie-
and there's worse
Paul-
guys.
Paulie-
Yeah.
Now I got to turn my back on you.
Yeah. I think Paulie's the best guy in the whole movie.
$3,600 bucks
He's
for
like,
a
I heard.
lifetime.
I saw an interview with Paul Sorvino. He was talking about how he was like having a hard time trying to get the character down.
Okay.
And I guess he was going through a rough time. Just got some bad news, something like
life?
that. And he looked in the mirror and he like scared himself.
Oh, I know what you're
at
talking
the
about.
at the
Face?
scowl he had. He's like,
Yeah.
that's
the
that's
character.
Paulie.
That's the
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
So I don't know where I saw that.
That's
but,
cool though,
Yeah.
and it makes sense because like even I forget the first couple scenes until I watch them again today because like it's always on TV and I pop it on and I'm watching like in the middle somewhere. So I was like I kind of want to watch the beginning again. I don't know the last time I watched like the very beginning of this movie, but like when a young Ray Liotta's looking out the window and it's like Paulie walks out and they kind of like the father and just kind of looks around. He doesn't
Yeah,
really
they
say
all
anything.
straighten out.
And, they're
They're
like,
like-
and then he walks back in and like that was your fault. You started.
Yeah.
You started.
It was like a bunch of
I like
kids and
that.
he's
Yeah.
It
dad.
was like
yeah.
daddy.
It's your
Yeah.
fault.
And Paulie
It's your
Walnuts
fault.
is in that scene. Tony
Yes.
Sirico, yeah.
Yes.
He goes, Paulie made a move slow. That's because Paulie didn't have to move for
For
anybody.
anyone. Yeah.
Yeah.
Brilliant stuff. I mean, and then like the long scenes, like the scenes that are just like no cuts and stuff. And like
Yeah.
the more and more like we do stuff like this and like for all those people and all those props and all the actions and all
Yeah.
these things, like for that to all work out and like I don't know how many times they had to do these things. Like it's
Yeah.
probably grueling to like film
Yeah, and
something
there
that's
were a
such
lot
long-
of long shots too. Like even when they're going into that restaurant, they go in through the back.
Yep.
That wasn't planned.
Oh, really?
They
just
couldn't.
kept shooting?
The restaurant wouldn't let them come in through the front because
really?
they didn't want to close it down and lose
Oh,
out on
gotcha.
business.
That
I
makes
guess.
sense.
So yeah.
Yeah.
So they had to improvise and went in through the back and did that whole scene.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Quite a bit of the
Easter
movie
egg.
is
There's a guy eating a
improv,
sandwich.
actually.
Yeah, the guy eating the sandwich just.
And there's the couple
How you
making
doing?
out. He goes, every time I come
Don't
here.
you work?
Every time you two. Don't you work? Love it.
What are you?
It comes in, and they got, I'm sorry, we got the room for tables,
What's going on here?
Room for tables.
What is this?
He's just putting an extra prop on the table.
Hide this for me. will you?
It looks a lot like that same gun.
I know
actually.
some
Yeah,
women,
yeah, yeah.
like my friends,
Actually, he let
that
me.
would have gotten out of there the second their boyfriend gave them a gun to hide. But I didn't. I gotta admit the truth. It turned me on.
Rob, is this the gun that you let me shoot? It was like one of the first guns I ever shot because he's like, this is the same gun Ray Liotta has.
Oh, is
that
it
he
literally
pistol
like the
whips the
same
guy in the.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I was
It's got
like, I
the
want to
same,
shoot
like,
that
wood
one.
grip
yeah.
on it.
Yeah,
Like,
Smith &
in that
Wesson
movie?
38 Snubby.
Okay,
It is
let's go.
unloaded.
Yeah, watch where you're
Pointed at-
pointing at.
It is unloaded.
It's going to turn
That's
into
just
a.
never pointed at anything though.
Oh my God.
Yeah, let's just. Let's always remember gun safety. We had our gun episode.
Let's talk about the end.
We don't point a gun ever at anything.
Let's talk about
Anyone
the end.
watching?
Let's talk about the end.
This
of
is
Goodfellas.
a prop gun. It's not a real
You
gun.
got Joe Pesci at the end, and Sid
That-
Vicious,
yeah.
and fucking My Way plays, and he just. Boom, 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 boom,
That
boom,
shot
boom, boom.
is like a-
so fucking badass. That's why it's so punk rock. The whole movie is so punk rock.
That scene was,
Italians can't be punk bullshit. Fucking.
Marone. Marona mia.
Fucking Galilee.
Ah, gabagool. I'm going to go to Mario's and get some gabagool.
That's what I love about the Italians is these words don't make any sense, nor are they like real words.
They don't have to.
They're just like,
But they all know
like
'em.
slurred up, like.
It's just a third of a dude. He's going out.
Hey, I love it. You know, I'm not Italian, but I do have respect. You know,
You look incredibly
I
Italian.
know, isn't it weird?
Are you Greek?
Nah, no,
Are you
not.
Greek?
I'm not.
I don't know how
I'm
you're not either of those.
Irish,
What are you?
I'm Irish, German, Dutch, Polish,
I
and
see the Dutch.
English, apparently,
see
because the
the
last
Dutch.
name is Peacock. And we didn't realize that we were English until one of us assholes did like a blood, one of those ancestry
Send
The
your
things.
DNA
23
into
and
the
me or
internet.
Kind
whatever.
of did, because I had a teacher in high school that said, peacock is like English. Like, oh, we're not English, so you're fucking wrong.
It's also a pretty fucking bird.
But apparently he was right.
It's also a form. It's also a form. Now I usually, in the summertime, I rock a big, nice fan blade mohawk.
Oh, yeah.
And usually I dye it an attractive color, like a red.
You trying to get some peacock
So I
colors?
get that, and it's called peacocking.
Yeah.
And what you
Peacocking.
do is,
Now we're talking.
You stand there. Like
Make sure you give this mic a little bit.
And you whip the hair, and you show yourself.
You show
You
yourself.
show you.
That's exactly what we do, too.
So I can see that could be an English thing. They like to show off.
Oh, yeah.
I understand
Fucking
that.
show-offs over there.
Now, I was gonna
Everybody
get
knows
something
that.
else,
Fog
and I totally
breathers.
forgot what the hell I was gonna talk about. Oh, you were talking about being Jewish or something? Or?
Yeah.
No. You said Polish, Slovakia. You said something.
English, and then
What was
Dutch.
Dutch.
Dutch, German.
Yeah, okay.
Dutch.
All right. So there's two things in this world that bother me, okay?
Oh,
People
we
that
go.
are intolerant of other people's cultures. And the Dutch.
And then the Dutch. Have you ever been to Amsterdam? It's a fantastic place. Isn't that where the Dutch come from? Netherlands. Yeah, Amsterdam's in the Netherlands. Yes, it's
Yeah.
Dutch. I got it all right.
Dutch people.
Yeah.
Don't you guys
Right.
fucking judge
You're
me.
right. I'm
That's
not.
right.
I've
You
never
were
been.
correct.
I know where I'm from.
All right,
You had to be
side-
thinking about it for
Side
a
story,
minute.
real quick. So let's talk about Amsterdam. So my friend went there and she
a fantastic place.
She lived there for about a year and hung out with a family member and then came back to vacation, whatever.
Yeah.
But she goes, I met this guy Ryan. He's just like you, but English. You got to meet him. So she goes, let's Skype him.
And his
So-
name was Ryan, too. Huh?
Yeah, so we Skyped him, and I was like, "Hey, I'm English Ryan." He goes, "I'm English Ryan." And I'm like, "Oh." You know? So we're talking about like we're smoking a bowl, and he goes, "Y'all doing some blow?" And we're like, "No, we're smoking
Smoking weed.
a weed a bowl. We're smoking up." He goes, "Oh, well, out here we call that blow." We're like,
Don't come to
fucking-
America and
that's-
ask
Well,
for
that's
that.
confusing.
And
I'm like, "That's fucking weird." I'm like,
Yeah.
"What do you call Coke out there?" He goes, "We call it Coke." Okay.
That was like someone in Florida told me that they asked for like chronic, like they call this weed like chronic, but then I believe
That's a cop.
I believe that actually no, it's people that I worked with.
No.
Like, oh, you just call it like good weed. It's like chronic. I'm like, I'm pretty sure that's weed and like Coke mixed.
No,
I'm like,
that's Primo.
It's,
is that
Primo is
I think
Coke
what
and weed.
I think what I heard it was like an interview with Snoop Dogg, and
Yeah.
he claims that it was from them saying the word hydroponic wrong.
really
Well, yeah, this guy's got that hydrochronic. Like
chronic? Is that
Yeah.
cron?
Yeah, that's just one of
I don't know.
the fables. I
Justin,
heard.
what's Bin Laden weed? Do you know what that is?
Bin Laden? Oh, it'll terrorize you.
It's different types of weed.
I don't know what that is actually. Oh god. No, I actually didn't.
Oh, my God,
And I
that
don't know
was
what Bin
funny.
Laden weed means either. I don't know what he was going for. I was like,
It's in the song.
I gotcha. I'm not a huge 3-6 fan, but they do have an Oscar. I know that much.
The last time we
Dude,
smoked
3-6.
weed together, we smoked some cat piss.
Oh, yes.
Who was your buddy? He had all that shit.
Yeah. Oh, who was that?
Tall guy.
Was
I
that
don't
the
know.
name of the strain?
No, it is. It is.
Yes,
Yeah.
No, all right, so
Very
I,
like.
I smoked the cat piss, and
Yeah.
then I was like, he goes, check this out, it's called cat piss. I'm like, get the fuck out of here. I just
Get the
smoked
fuck
that
outta
the
here.
other day, right here. He's like, hell yeah, dude. So we smoked some cat piss.
Leafly.com.
Got
trying to
fucking
remember who this is.
ripped
now.
in the garage.
I don't know.
Some tall guy, I don't
Some
know.
gangly boy.
guy.
Back to Goodfellas.
He may
Yeah,
not have been
absolutely.
there. Yeah.
Who's a gangly guy in? Is there any gangly boys?
All right, so
in
who's
Goodfellas?
your favorite out of the
guy
out of the
getting
scene?
smashed with a gun in
out of the
his face
scene.
in the,
Pretty gangly.
in the driveway.
Out of the scene where he introduces everybody when they walk into the bar. He goes,
Yeah.
this is Nicky Eyes, Tommy No Nos,
Sally Balls'
Sally
brother,
Balls'
Pete the
brother,
Killer.
Pete the Killer, you know. So who's your favorite? Johnny Rosebeef, hey, Tony Zamboni, you know, Johnny Salami, you know.
Timmy the
Funny because
Tooth.
I
Give me
work.
the tooth.
I work for an Italian guy, Sam Filippo,
Sam Sanfilippo.
and like one of the first days I walk in, my name's Justin, and he's just, oh yeah, Justin, and it just was, hey, juice. I don't know why, just a J maybe or JU, I guess.
That's an Italian thing. They wanna-
Since then, I know.
They don't
wanna
want to give you your
nickname.
name.
Yeah.
They don't want to give you your name.
Yeah.
Unless
Hey,
you're
Juice.
Peter or Paul.
Yeah.
Peter Paul Marie, you're Peter Paul Marie. If you're anything else, we're gonna give you a fucking nickname.
Yeah, that's what happened.
Otherwise, you're just
Very
Petey
quickly.
or Peter or Paul or Paulie You don't think
Nikki?
he's very rich?
How about
No,
Nikki?
you can't be Paul. He's Paul. You're Paulie.
Vinny, Joey, Tommy, Robbie.
Yeah, Jimmy told me. Oh, what was it? George Carlin. He goes, whatever
Yeah.
happened to these tough guys' names?
He's like,
Nicky and Bobby and
he's like,
Danny
now
and
there's
Phil, Joey and Bobby
Tyler
and Danny and Bill.
and,
Tyler.
Skyler.
And Kyle and Cody and Cameron and Dylan and Flynn. And where are all these goofy fucking names coming from?
Carmine.
Kyle.
And Blake and Brendan.
Blake and Blair and Blaine and Brent. What the fuck? You know, he goes, I'll bet you anything that 10 times out of 10, Nicky, Vinny, and Tony will beat the shit out of Todd, Kyle, and Tucker.
Tucker.
Hi, Todd. I'm Tucker. Hi, Tucker. I'm Todd. Fuck Tucker. Tucker sucks.
Oh my
Tucker
God.
Oh man. This is why we had you on, Personico. Good for you. Thank you so much. Yeah.
Does his impersonation?
Yes. Wow, dude, that's legitimately a gun. Please. You did fire one, so I knew it wasn't loaded, but
God.
please don't point a gun.
Well, I mean, it's not
Fast
sure,
firearms.
but,
If you guys want to learn
this
firearms
was all
training,
provided for me.
think fast.
Don't be like Ryan.
Yes, fast.
They had me
Don't
on the
do that.
show.
They did fire the.
They know who
once,
I
so I
am.
know that it wasn't.
And they gave me a bottle of whiskey and a gun.
Yes.
And they
Please.
were like, please don't shoot that at me.
Hey, isn't that a line from The Departed?
Yes. Maybe.
Maybe.
Fine, come over there.
Easy. Rob, get this gun off the fucking stage here. What the hell's going
Just put it on the table.
So anyways.
It's funny because the second
part
that
of the
Timmy took
aesthetic.
that in his hand, I was like,
See, you got the power over there. I'm like,
I was just trying to hide it.
all right,
Whoa.
everyone just
Just
relax.
take it easy. Take it
No
easy.
sudden
All right,
movements.
Hey. Whoa.
Hey, fucking, what's his name?
Oh, Dice Clay. Yeah. Andrew Dice Clay. Yeah.
That's a nice move, by the way. That
What's in the
rapper
bowl, bitch? Oh.
Ah, shit.
Little Miss Muffet sat on Tuffet, eating her curds and whey. A small little spider sat down beside her and said, hey, what's in the bowl, bitch?
Oh.
Hey. Oh, my. All right.
These shoes,
Oh, good God.
these shoes. It's my Robert De Niro, I'm sorry.
It's
very-
good.
it's
I like the
pretty good.
face, too. The facial expression.
Yes.
The closed eyes.
Little boy blue. Because he needed the money.
Jack and Jill went up the hill with $1.25. Jill came back with $2.50.
Holy shit.
Oh, old Mother Goose. Yeah, I fucked up.
All right. On that note, we're going to take a little break here. I need to go outside and regroup.
One more.
What do you got?
There was an old woman who lived in a shoe. She had so many kids, her uterus fell out.
Is that it?
Bonfire banter. We'll be right back. Oh, my.
We're actors.
It's all right. This is all good. People are watching. Yeah, they're just jumping on the live right now. Here we are. We're back. Bonfire banter. We're in the garage tonight. If you're looking outside, you're obviously realizing why we're inside. We also thought the background was a little better for
Yeah.
the Goodfellas episode. The Goodfellas don't really sit around bonfires.
No, or in the
So-
cold.
No, not
I
in
mean,
the cold. They don't really dig the
it's-
cold.
Yeah, it's
You watch the movie, they don't really fuck around with the cold too much.
It's a little much.
So,
Who do we got tonight?
I don't know who we. Well, are you saying who do we got on the panel or who we got watching right now? I don't know.
Well, both. I mean,
Yeah, well, on the panel tonight, we got Timmy Thompson, Timmy the Red. We also got Ryan.
Timmy, come on out,
Rattlehead
Timmy.
Ryan.
Come on, Timmy.
Hey.
How's it going? Hey, good to see you.
The Irishman's here.
Hey,
Take all you
good
get
to
his
see
money.
you there. Hey, very nice.
The Irishman is here.
We got Jessica Brown here as well. She's coming on the panel. Hey,
Jessica.
Bob.
So
good to see you. Thank you so much for being here.
Good to see
Beautiful.
you.
So beautiful.
So glad to be here, Justin. Thank you so much for inviting me.
Good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see you. Thank you for being here. And then we also have Mr. 100 Percentico, Ryan Percentico. Right ahead, Ryan. Hey, how's it going?
Oh, baby.
Good to see you. Hey, you look good.
You look good.
You look good. Oh, thank you.
Look at you.
It's been so long.
Send the best to my mother.
Oh, yeah. So, this is segment number 2 when you watch the episode. This is segment number 1 if you're watching it live. Let's give it a little hey. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
So, Bonfire Banter, we're back in the garage tonight. Like we said, it's a little frigid outside. So we figured we keep these people comfortable. We're trying to get a lot out of these guys tonight. So we want them to be nice and comfortable and out of the frostbitten winds. But, Timmy, I would like to start off this segment by talking to you about I know we talked to Ryan in the last segment a little bit about his favorite scenes. But I know there's a lot. But what's
Yeah, a
like your
lot to
favorite
choose
scene, or
from.
maybe one of your favorite scenes?
Well, one of them, definitely when Billy Bats gets whacked. Not only is it a great scene, really entertaining, lots to remember from it, but that signifies their downfall. That's where everything changes.
That's the first scene
It's
of the
like-
movie is I'm stabbing him, right?
Yeah,
Isn't that Billy Bat?
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. It's like everything's
Fiction.
going uphill,
back.
and
Yeah.
then after
Bounces
that,
around, you know?
Yep.
everything starts to get fucked up,
Yeah.
and that's kind of just one of the factors.
Yeah. And that's the reason they pop off. It's Tommy, right? Pesci?
One of the reasons,
Yeah,
Yeah. In
Because,
real life,
because
he
Billy
also-
Bats was a made man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they said it was his payback.
They killed him, so
I
there
think he was
payback.
one of John Gotti's guys. I'm not sure, but I think
Yeah?
he was. He was Gambino family.
Oh, the
Wow.
Gambinos.
Yeah, and John Gotti was in that. So
Yeah.
yeah.
So
it was-
as far as that scene, what is it? What does it for you?
everything about it, it's extremely violent, which
Yeah.
is always fun to watch. But
Isn't that the
there's
shine
the whole
box? Is that
yeah,
whole
the shine box scene.
Yeah.
There's the whole like the tension building.
Yeah.
All
Because he
the
leaves
quotable
room, 'cause he
moments.
says the whole shine box thing.
Yeah, he
and
he
gets
leaves.
them
He
all
says,
riled
"Keep
up.
him here.
You
Keep him
motherfucker,
here."
you!
Yeah,
You
exactly.
fucking keep him here, that piece of fucking
Yeah.
shit!
Yeah.
He's like, I don't know. You haven't been around here in a long time. I know.
Yeah,
He's like, but I don't
Yeah,
really do that
yeah,
anymore.
yeah. It was a very, like-
You've been up there a long time, and then go up there and went up there and tell you, I don't shine shoes no more.
He's over here getting fucking fresh.
What is better? You get over here, get fucking fresh. I haven't seen you in a long time. I'm just busting your balls a little bit. You insulted him a little bit. No, I didn't insult nobody. No, you
Okay.
insulted him a little bit.
Okay.
You
A
little bit.
insulted him a little bit.
bit.
You goes, all right, drinks are on me. Drinks are on. No, drinks are on the house.
The house.
The house.
And then what sets him off? What does he say there?
Go get your fucking
Why
shine
don't you go
box.
get your fucking shine box?
You motherfucker, you fucking piece of shit. Keep him fucking here. I'm gonna beat that motherfucker.
It's like when he comes back.
Oh, when he comes back
Billy
in,
Bats
though,
is just
you know,
drunk and
he's
babbling,
drunk,
and
he's
Joe
drunk.
Pesci
It's like
walks
the
up.
end of the night.
And
It's like
Henry,
Yeah.
past closing
he
time.
sees him. He
Yeah,
sees
yeah.
Tommy comes in, and he's like,
The look on his fucking face.
And
He's
he
so just
Make sure you ate.
shit.
yeah.
And he dishes his cigarette, and Henry runs up, and he locks the fucking door. He's like, fuck.
Yeah,
And
he knows
just
what's
starts
about to
beating the
happen,
Shit
yeah.
out of
Yeah.
him. Oh, it's fucking
Yeah.
great.
Yeah, and like
I mean, you get blood on
the
the
way
floor.
De Niro's face when he's kicking him, that just
Yeah.
it's
That De Niro face.
yeah. He beats the guy with the gun so bad the gun comes apart.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
just didn't want to get
Okay,
blood on your
okay,
floor.
Let's talk about that part of the scene, though, right there. I always thought that did he not
It
shoot
looks,
him?
It looks almost like
Did he not shoot him?
what it looks
I
like
thought
to
he was
me
beating hell out
is
of
like he was about to shoot him, and then he just like kind of decides to break it on his face.
No,
one
because you
more
hear
time.
a gunshot. You hear a gunshot. It's
watch
like
it back.
it's like
Yeah, I'd
boom,
have to see
and
it
then
again.
No,
you see
he
the
obviously
gun
didn't
just sound-
shoot him because he
spray
wouldn't
across
have
the table.
still been alive after that.
Yeah. If he shot him in the head, he would have been dead. He was even alive
It
in the
does
truck
make
at
no
the, end, a
the
little
way
bit.
it's cut, the way that it's
fucking 006, Alec got shot in the head in fucking GoldenEye, and he came back with all that. He goes,
I think 50 Cent got shot in the head as well.
see,
he got shot
50 Cent got shot like 50 times
Yeah.
or whatever they
So did
say.
two
Tupac.
shots in the face and Jenna Jameson.
Yeah, it's five
Whoa.
cents a shot.
Brunch. He's Timmy Thompson's on it. He's hot
What?
tonight.
What I say?
What I say? All right, anyway.
So yeah. So
Yeah, so that's one of them.
that's one of them.
Yeah.
I mean,
one
and
of them.
And that's one of the things about
Someone
Goodfellas.
already said the driveway
Yeah,
pistol whipping
beating
scene.
scene.
That's one of mine too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I always love too. He's like beating the hell out of him, and he points. He's, oh, don't shoot!
Don't shoot.
Yeah, I'm not gonna shoot you. I just beat the fuck out of this guy with a pistol. I'm not gonna shoot you. I don't even know you. This is the guy
Yeah.
that fucked up my girl.
Yeah.
I gave him the business right
So-
in front of you. Don't shoot.
So I like, even watching it again today, it was just kind of some random thing that like this guy, like she got in a car with some neighbor, and then he took advantage of her. Like,
I
Okay,
guess
no.
They don't really,
Right? Explain
No,
it
no,
to
no.
Like, why she's in the
Yeah.
car.
They're
with him, or-
at no, they're at the country club or whatever.
Okay.
It's
Oh, yeah, he meets them.
it's Karen and Henry, and they're sitting there having drinks or dinner or whatever, and this guy comes up with his buddies, and he's got a tennis up, and she goes, "Oh, this is my buddy. He lives across the street." He goes, "Hey, good to meet you. Well, see you later."
He looks like Gomer
And for some
Pyle, kind
reason-
of. Like the
Yeah.
actor.
This always confused me too. I was like, why after she's seeing Henry, why did she go on a date with this guy?
Yeah.
And then this
That's what
guy,
I was saying. I was like,
Yeah.
weird.
and then she gets in. He gets in
didn't
the
think that
car.
they were
This
on a
guy
date.
I've known all my life.
Is that what it was? Like he was a buddy, maybe? and he
Yeah,
came
it was a
onto her?
friend. Yeah,
I don't
but
know
like,
if she
but
said
like
they
right
went on
then
a
and
date,
there,
though.
at that
I think
moment,
that-
after they've already been dating and stuff, and then he takes her on a date and she agrees, and she goes, and then he started to touch me. He started to grab me.
threw me out of the car.
No, he started to grab me. I told him to stop. He didn't stop, and then he got really angry, and he pushed me out of the car. And
got
he
really
pulls up,
angry.
and he goes up. He goes, "What do you want, fucker? You want something?" And just beats the fuck.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's a pretty satisfying scene.
It's so good, so good.
This-
So good. It's so good. Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of violence in there. And the other thing that I think that is cool about the movie is, again, when you, like you were saying earlier, is there's never like a down scene.
There's no
And then,
fat
like, when
on
I think
it.
back
It's-
to it, and it's like, then you think about, the helicopter scene, and like he's, like all that, but then in the middle there is like the coke scenes when he's like getting with the ex-girlfriend,
Yeah,
and he's like,
yeah.
or like with the side
With
chick.
his
the
gumar.
Gumar.
Yeah, the gumar.
With his gumar.
Yeah, the gumar.
I love that when he's got the coke or whatever, and they're mixing it up, whatever, and she goes, "That's all we got," and he puts it in the bag, and he goes. And he just takes it.
Yeah.
She goes, you motherfucker! Throws a whole bag of coke at the door.
Yeah, the door blows up.
I'm like,
Yeah. So ridiculous.
I also love that scene.
Or what about when he cuts it, or she and Karen cuts it up and puts it up the toilet?
Yeah,
Oh,
you know
yeah.
what? They never would have found it,
They
Karen.
would've found- Why did you do that, Karen?
Oh my god.
Oh shit.
Oh
He's
fuck.
slapping the wall.
Yeah.
So funny.
Yeah.
And then, like I said, like right after that, or is it shortly after that he wakes up with the gun in his face and
Yeah. I'm willing to kill them all for you. Do you love her? Do you? Karen, I love you.
watch that camera.
Camera,
I got
camera.
enough to be worried about getting whacked on the street. I gotta come home for this. I should fucking kill you. Oh. And she's like, I'm sorry. And it goes fucking Rolling Stones just goes rolling in. And he's just cruising around in his fucking like Chevy Nova just I'm a kid, man. Oh,
I've
yeah.
actually I got a great question for you guys.
Yes.
What's the best song in that movie?
It's a good sound.
In that movie? Wow.
I mean, when they're just
Layla.
when they're doing the line,
Yeah, the whole piano section of Layla.
yeah.
And I guess when he filmed that scene, he had it playing through like loudspeakers or something because he wanted certain parts of
vibe
the
of it
song to match when like when the doors open
Yeah.
in the back of the truck
Yeah,
and you find
to coordinate with the
He's
actions.
The
frozen
pivotal-
so
the-
stiff
the
it took
pivotal
3
part
days
of
to
all the- of
thaw
all
him
the
out for the
killings.
autopsy.
Yeah.
The pivotal.
the back of the freezer truck.
Yeah,
whatever,
yeah, he's just
Yeah,
hung
yeah.
up there.
When they
all
found cardboard in the
frosted.
meat truck, he was frozen so stiff it took him 3 days to thaw him out for the autopsy.
Yeah.
But you see Frenchie, and he's in the garbage truck getting mashed. He's like, the first scene you see with the little kids playing hockey in the alley, and they walk up and they see what was his
Dead body,
name?
right,
What was his
yeah.
name?
Johnny Roast Beef, I think.
Johnny Roast.
Yeah, the guy
Beef
with the
his-
pink Cadillac
yeah, with
and
the
his
pink
wife
Cadillac
and
Yeah,
his wife,
yeah.
In trouble
and
for
they're
that.
fucking
And
murdered
they're both
inside
dead
the
in the
Cadillac. sitting
Cadillac,
there.
yeah.
Kids come up and they just look at it, and it just starts off. Dun, 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 dun,
Yeah.
dun. And then it just goes through how everybody died and
Yeah. And also
everybody was whacked.
What song
and-
is that? That's not.
That's
Layla.
what is
That's
my
Layla.
life.
That's
Oh,
Layla,
that
the
was
second
the
part of
beginning.
Layla.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, it's like the
The second part where it goes
yeah.
in the.
Yeah, the instrumental almost. It's like yeah.
Yeah, and there's also a running theme with Scorsese using Rolling Stones songs
Yeah.
in his gangster movies. There's
Okay.
You know,
during the times though, I mean, they were big songs during this 60s.
and they fit the movies. They
I was
fit
just
the
gonna
movies
say.
good, like Casino. Well, it's not
Ever seen a
Goodfellas,
Bronx
but
Tale?
Casino has
Bronx Tale, Robert De Niro. I fucking
Give
love
Me
it.
Shelter in it, and I think
Yeah.
he used it in that same song in The Departed too,
Yeah.
and it plays periodically throughout the
Yeah.
movie. And
And again,
He was-
like with these movies, it seemed to fit so perfectly.
yeah, and there was something about it, probably like the bluesy sound of it.
Can I
Yeah.
can I give you my favorite
Please.
Yes, please.
Yeah.
scene in the movie? Okay, my favorite scene.
You just wanted to answer this question.
Yeah, he
That's
was
why
like,
you
I
I want to get in on this.
I did. My favorite scene is they're in the bar on Christmas, and
Yeah. Robert De Niro.
it's Robert De Niro,
And they start
and it starts playing.
Cream,
Cream, Sunshine
Oh,
Your Love.
yeah.
and he's
motion. He's
yeah. Oh
smoking a
my
cigarette.
God. How could
and he's just like that look on
remember
his
that one,
face,
yeah.
Yeah.
and he's just smoking that cigarette,
Yeah.
and it's like
Mm-hmm.
slower
Who's getting
time,
it done?
and
That's
that
when he
scene,
starts like he's like, I'm gonna kill everyone in this crew. I'm not
there's
gonna pay any
something
of them.
about that scene that is just so
my
beautiful,
love.
Mm-hmm.
and it's probably my favorite De Niro scene.
It's one of them.
sense.
It's De
Altogether.
Niro flexing his just intense faces.
It's the
Yeah,
music.
it's just-
Yeah.
It's the music. It's like he looks down at the cigarette, he looks down at the ashtray, he looks back up.
Yeah,
Like
and there's
it's
something sinister about, like, I don't know if it's the notes in the song. It's kind of like
but you
a
can tell.
minor
You can
blues
tell that he's
scale, but
thinking.
it's
You can tell he's thinking some. That's when they slow it
He's
down.
making a
when they
major
freeze
decision
frame
that
from the
involves
movie.
people dying,
It's like
yeah.
he's
And it-
thinking about
and that
something.
song's
You're
the
like,
perfect
"Ooh, Jimmy,
soundtrack
what are you
for it."
doing?"
well, he's almost he was almost laughing.
Yeah.
Like he's kind of like huh.
Sinister.
Like he's got that like
he's
I
like
don't know. There's
he's
something.
Playing something through his head.
There's-
You can tell he's like thinking
Yes.
this whole thing through his head.
Right.
kind of looking
and-
at the guy just going, oh, this guy doesn't even know. He
The
he
fun-
fucked up. Yeah.
That's
The
why you're
fun of
laughing.
it is
Yep.
trying to figure out what he's thinking.
Yeah.
Like
Absolutely.
it's like reading a book. You've got to make up your own story, kind of thing.
Yeah.
You know? So that's it. I just want to share that. That's my favorite.
Well, thank you,
That's a
Rob.
good one.
Thank you,
I don't
Rob.
know. I
I
didn't
feel
even
like
think
that
of
was
that.
worth the jump out on camera here because you're jumping back there on the mic, and we want to see your pretty face on the camera tonight.
And this pretty soon.
Oh, goddamn. I mean, if we wouldn't have got
That's a
any
fucking
shots
suit.
of you with that suit on, it would have been a travesty. So.
For a coats, I need suits,
He
Hendry.
gave me.
What am I gonna? It's the middle of the summer. What am I gonna do?
Middle
with
of
it?
the summer.
I'll hang it with the meat.
I'll hang him with the meat.
No.
Hey,
Hang him
isn't
with the
that-
meats in the freezer.
What
I
is
want
the
'em.
scene? What is the scene when Karen goes walking in at the end to go into that like coat shop? He's like, "Oh, it's down
Oh,
there.
yeah.
It's down the court.
Down there.
Oh, keep
Down
going.
there.
Yeah.
Keep going. Keep going.
No.
Oh, yeah.
That's-
I gotta go pick
that
up the
scene in
kids. I'll talk to you
particular-
later.
That's a creepy
It's
scene
weird
too.
because like it leaves it open to like, were they gonna kill her?
Yeah, like-
it's from her perspective. Like
Yes.
she wasn't sure.
She's positive
but,
of it because she's so paranoid.
Right,
But like,
yeah.
is that really what?
Like
they're
probably.
Jimmy, though.
but
What do you
it
guys
really
think
does-
about that? Were they actually going to try
think
to?
so.
Yeah, but
makes
like
sense.
I
it
like how
came
they
from
filmed
Jimmy.
that, though. They
Jimmy
didn't
was
make it
like,
100%
hey,
clear.
But like, who are those
When he's
guys
acting
though?
real
Well,
weird.
hang on a second, though.
Okay, go ahead, go.
No, go ahead. Sorry.
No, I want you to talk. Go.
Okay, so Jimmy is a calculated, cold-blooded killer. We've established
Yeah, it
that,
seems
right?
Weird.
Yeah.
that he just-
Why doesn't he go with her to make sure that she gets to where he wants
That's
her
a
to go?
smart point, though.
I think he
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
put
Why
her
would
in
he
a
just-
precarious
do it
situation that
himself,
time.
yeah.
It was
Just
weird.
Well,
scare her,
that's what
maybe?
I think.
Is
I
it
think he
just
was
to
sending
scare
a.
her?
I think
No.
he was
It's
sending a
Jimmy
message.
I
Conway.
don't
He
think
would
he would-
fuck
yeah,
if
I
he
don't
wanted
think
it
he
done.
would've
He'd
wanted to,
fucking
like,
get
Right.
it done.
her in
He
advance
just
or
directed
anything.
her towards some
Like-
nonsense, and these
So
guys,
he couldn't be like involved, maybe.
And the guys didn't
I think he's
seem
Well-
to
sending
know
a
her. They
message.
were
All right, let
doing
Timmy go
something.
for a
Yeah.
second.
I think that maybe it was filmed that way to kind of like make you feel how she must have
Yes.
felt in real life during that,
the
like, because she didn't know
paranoia
for
again.
sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
And she's like, "This is weird. I don't know." So like, it kind of leaves that question unanswered, so that you could kind of.
Fill in the blanks
I
for
don't
yourself.
know. That's-
and,
yeah.
And again, it's
What
one of
would
those
you
things
do?
that
I mean,
we've
like,
all
what?
seen the movie a lot of times, and we're actually talking about like it's a debate still.
Right.
It's
Okay,
like,
so
what was
I
the
mean,
real
he had the
intention? Yeah.
He had the intent that hopefully something might have happened that it would have been out of his control.
Yes.
But
So
he
yeah,
also,
like, you
but also when
know,
she
like,
goes around
yeah.
the corner, they're just look at her like they're doing stuff.
It
They
wasn't-
just look at her all. He goes. He's
Like
just
they didn't
kinda-
expect
Yeah.
her.
Yeah,
Were they-
he's,
were they
yeah.
just-
He's kind of hoping
Right?
that these
Right.
guys, these random guys, are going to take care of her if she sees something.
But you
Well,
think
the
of,
whole
again,
thought is they're
calculated
not
guys.
random guys. Possibly they could be guys that were
Right,
just
but
waiting
it
over
was
there.
not really
but also at the
clearly
same time, they are
insinuated
just
that it
moving
was
boxes.
Jimmy's guys.
Yeah, they're
Right,
like,
they
oh,
are just
right.
they, yeah. They
That's what
could
made it
because
like
when
a,
they turn around, they
I
could just be
don't know.
thinking, the hell's
What
this
the hell?
lady looking
She's
at? You know,
staring at us
yeah,
in like
exactly.
a fur coat or
Right.
some shit, right? Yeah.
Like they
Yeah.
look nefarious and they're in the shadows
Right.
and they're
But
doing
they're doing
something
their
with
job. I love
boxes.
But-
Again,
they could
for
just
a
be
calculating
there.
guy like that, you would think like
If
they
they
were
were
really
gonna
trying to
do
pop her
anything,
off,
they'd be
They'd
ready.
be like, "Oh, come on in." And yeah, we have the things for you.
Yeah.
Come on.
Or I
yeah.
figured he would do it himself.
Or do you do
Yeah.
himself? Or he again lead her down there at least and like make sure it happened.
Yeah,
Like,
kind of
didn't
plan
give
it
her-
out a little better.
He didn't give her the option to go.
He had to
get
stay as
scared.
far away from that as possible.
Maybe. I mean, I
Yeah,
like
that's-
that this is up for
yeah.
debate. I think that's cool.
Yeah, I
That
think
we're
that's how-
debating about something that happened in a movie that we
I
both
think that
seen.
it was filmed that way, so we have
Because
this kind of
everything
talk.
else was
you know?
intentional, and you know that.
Yes.
And you see it. It happens.
But in that
But
moment,
this one thing,
in that moment, they're
Yeah.
painting her as this
He-
paranoid freak, and she's like, she knows that like at the end is near here.
Right.
She's feeling it.
And
I
it's
mean,
also
I don't see that as paranoia. I saw that as Jimmy, like, you know, she's being aware, not paranoid.
yeah, like
Is
I
there-
would say I'd say that's
Awareness.
You're right. No,
Aware
because it
of it.
ended up even their paranoia about the helicopters was ended up being basically true. Pretty
kinda-
much,
yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah.
Like they thought, the
Everyone was
helicopter's
like-
following me. Like
His brother,
is
get
it
the
though?"
fuck out of here!
Yeah.
What are you nuts? That
Exactly. It's like
Kevin Corrigan's
Yeah.
small part in that
And it's
movie.
that what it
after
is? Kevin Corrigan?
It's after that
Kevin
point with
Corrigan.
the dresses.
He was
I don't know
also
if it was
in
Billy Corrigan's-
American Gangster that departed. No, Billy Corrigan's cousin. Yeah, Corrigan.
Corrigan.
Yeah,
So this is some fucking
Kevin
relation-
Corrigan.
Yeah.
Is this like Kevin Farley too? Or?
Yeah.
And by the way, shout out to Matt Cassane. He was upset tonight. We told him. I was like, he called me up. Did he?
Yeah.
Oh hell yeah, Matt Cassane.
Matt.
He was. I
I
should have
watched
given
that
him a heads
episode.
up.
He was funny.
He was so
Hilarious.
Did he? Oh yes. Thank you, Matt. Beautiful
Go
stuff.
get him.
I don't know if I don't do this anymore. You haven't been around for a while, but
I'm going up there and tell you.
hey, but
Shoot him. Shoot right here.
no,
right
I
here.
don't fuck around. Hey, fast.
I'll do it.
Firearm safety training. All right, if you want firearm safety training, think fast. All right, Dave DuBois.
Come around me.
I just
know
handed
nothing
it
about
to you.
I just handle guns. They're giving me a gun. I pull the trigger. It's up to them. If they pull it or not. That's me.
Thing I'm
No, but
supposed
thank
to
you
do.
to Matt Cassane. He was a little upset that we didn't let him know about this one, which I think I sent him the. I think I sent him the schedule. So I think that he knew. I think that he did. I think, give it everything he got.
He didn't, you know?
It's okay. Anyways, Matt, anytime you want to come out, we're gonna send you.
God damn it.
That was my Goodfellas woman impression.
She was Jewish.
Yeah, just give
Wow.
me your
Can you
Janice
say?
Ross.
best
Can you?
Brooklyn
Can you
accent.
say? Can you
Janice
I just like
say?
that scene here.
Can you say? Pantsuits and double knits.
No, give her this Janice
All right, I'll
Rossi
try.
scene. I'd be like,
Hold on. I'm trying to think of what she
you
says.
should do the Rossi.
I'll tell
I
you.
can't do Rossi.
one?
Definitely.
Ryan's got like 9 lines in his head
The
ready to
part-
go right now.
The part where she's describing the Italian women when she's just getting into it and she's talking about how they're like all together and she
Let 'em
goes,
go.
They would talk about how awful their
it's her
children
turn.
were. And talk about beating them with broom handles.
He can't help himself.
Well,
No, he's doing better. Go ahead, Ryan.
No, but you were
Do it, Jess. Do it.
All right. The hair was all big and they had so much makeup on it, they just didn't look good.
There we go. All right, Jess.
I don't remember what else I
They
said.
didn't look good.
They just didn't look
You
good.
say pantsuits and double knits.
They wore a lot of cheap clothing, a lot of pantsuits and double knits.
No, not double knits. She says, and double knits.
And double knits.
Yeah, and double knits.
Let me ask you this: do you aspire to be Carmela?
Wait, Hannah, you talking good?
We're doing a Sopranos.
I was
We're,
gonna say
we're
Sopranos.
switching.
Oh.
We're switching
Can't
gears
not
to
talk about the
Sopranos a little
Sopranos
bit.
at
When you
least
said
once.
Carmela, I was like, that's Sopranos.
Well, Just owns a Tahoe, so you know she
it's
loves
true.
the suburban.
She's
and,
a pretty badass. And then she's not like Karen, that's for sure.
Carmela's a
strong.
little
There
tougher,
are a
yeah.
lot
little
of
stronger than.
there's a lot of parts I like about Carmela Soprano, and there's a lot that I don't respect about her. So I
What is
wouldn't
the parts
say.
you don't respect about her.
I think that that's a good question. I wasn't prepared for this one.
Oh, color up.
That's real.
I
She's a little bit of a hypocrite,
think-
maybe.
Talk.
Carmela constantly lives in conflict between her own values and what's happening in her family and what her husband does. And I respect her for staying with her husband through that.
So death do us part kind of thing?
Right,
Yeah.
exactly. But at the same time,
It's like, what the?
I feel really bad for her.
She's
And
gonna
she
go
also
through some
puts
shit.
herself in a lot of precarious situations.
Oh, well, like Karen
even
as
though
well,
right. And so I think that maybe there's something with the women who go into lifestyles like this where they have a certain personality or they have certain tendencies that maybe draws them to people like this.
It's like infatuating.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah. And Carmela's also really materialistic, but
Austin Powers.
I think she's trying to find joy somewhere in her life.
yeah, I think you're right about that too.
I think there's like 27 actors who were in Goodfellas all ended up in
Yes.
The Sopranos.
that makes
Something
sense.
like that. Either like in, either they're in the background or
Well,
they have.
that's why we're talking
Some of the main characters,
Scorsese
too.
Yeah,
films.
a couple,
I mean, Scorsese's always kept De Niro and Pesci
But
in his
again, it's
fucking
like you see
arsenal.
those
He's
two
used them a
guys
lot,
like
yeah.
do it in like Goodfellas, and you go to make Casino, and it's like, oh, who can play like these really crazy mobsters? Like,
Yeah.
Oh, the same two guys that we had in that same one.
it's like doing fucking like a fucking black
but-
sheep,
yeah, but
and then
Jimmy-
doing and
Tommy
then,
Boy,
Tommy,
yeah.
or I think they went
But
the other way
Jimmy
around.
Conway-
but it's
Jimmy
like,
Conway
oh, I want
was-
I know
like
what you mean,
a
though.
funny
Yeah.
dynamic of these two
Yeah.
guys. Like, who are we gonna
Exactly.
use?
Look,
Oh.
And it's like- and they did
this
Raging Bull
This is
before that.
literally
Yes.
this is literally the duality of Robert De Niro. I think. Of what he wants to be and what he aspires to be as an actor, as he wants to be portrayed. Sam Rothstein,
Yeah.
he loves that. He loves that elegant, type of,
Cigarette holder.
I'm a
Yeah.
business owner,
You look like Drew
type thing.
Barrymore.
He loves
Hi,
that.
I'm elite.
It's
Yeah.
weird.
He
You're like
loves
high
that,
class
but
and
then he
low
also
class
loves
when
being
you're a
that.
mobster.
He also loves being the degenerate. Because so Mean Street, you haven't seen Mean Street.
Mean
You have
Street,
to
he
see
kind of
I
plays
need to
Joe.
see it.
He kind of plays who Joe Pesci would play
in Mean Street.
Yoda
Yeah.
does or De Niro?
No,
De
no,
Niro.
no, no.
De Niro is
De
kind of like the
in
loose
Mean Street
cannon,
stuff,
crazy
I mean, this
guy
is
that-
like 1978 or some shit.
No,
Okay?
earlier than that. I think.
So he is De Niro is Johnny. He's the fuck boy. He's the fucking.
I'm gonna pay ya.
Yeah, I'm gonna pay you. I'm gonna pay you. But at the end of the movie, he goes, you know what? You know why I don't pay you? Because you're a fucking jerk off. You're a fucking jerk off. Yeah, yeah.
favorite scene
he
from
goes-
that movie.
He goes, you borrow money all over town to everybody, and you borrow money to me, and you know that I owe money to everybody else, but you're a fucking jerk off. Cause that's why I borrow from you, because you're a fuck, because you're fucking nothing.
My
And he goes-
favorite.
And he goes like, you fucking kidding me? And then he goes like, you're lucky I don't fucking kill you right now. And he goes, come on, motherfucker. Oh, sorry. Do you mind?
Don't point it at me.
He goes, come on, motherfucker, come on. And he pulls it out and he shoots it and he's pointing at him and he's, come on, you fucking pussy.
Watch the camera.
Camera.
And that's what Mean Streets.
Yeah.
You have to see Mean Streets.
No, I agree.
Yeah, it's a
well,
good
you pumped
movie.
me up about it. I mean,
That's a
especially
good.
like this
One of my favorite scenes is
Scorsese's
yeah.
first movie.
No, it was his I believe his second movie.
Okay.
Dude, he's young as shit. This is before Deer.
They're all really
You gotta
young.
make sure
yeah.
that camera's keeping you.
Sorry.
You're
But
doing
the,
a lot of good things here. We want to make sure we get it on camera.
What's
How
a
about
mook?
that?
Am I a mook?
We got Richie the Fire Guy walking in. What's
going
Come
on?
on back here, Richie.
Come here, guy. Come give me Uncle Tim a hug.
How's it going, Rich?
Chirp. This guy.
Oh,
This
you got
guy's a
nice
good
Vans
dude.
hat. I like that Vans hat.
Hey,
I'm wandering.
Richie's one of those guys, you call him good fellas, because like they're one of us.
Hey, I love the
You know
fur
what I'm saying?
coat. It looks really
That's what
nice.
you say about
He's a
these
good-
guys.
yeah.
100%.
He's a friend of ours.
Yeah, he's a friend of ours. He's like one of us.
Friend of ours, yeah. That's very important. A friend of mine or a friend of ours?
A friend of ours.
I'll sit down, yeah.
Okay, Richie's gonna
Right,
jump
right.
in.
Give me a beer.
What we got here? 350.
Well, that was that's a straight up
special.
Ray Liotta's gun here.
I love it. It's a very nice piece.
So Richie,
Yes.
what's your favorite scene of Goodfellas? Have you seen the movie at all?
Have I seen the movie? I've seen it many. I've seen that movie many times. And
What's
I
your
am a
favorite
huge fan.
scene?
Oh man, dude.
Pick one. Pick one. I know it's tough. I know it's tough.
I know it's
I know
kind of
it's
hard
tough.
to pick a
I know
favorite
it's
scene.
tough.
It's really, like I said, every scene's like a closer.
Scene, though, to be honest with you, is probably when they're all sitting around the table
Yeah.
and Joe Pesci's like, "What do you think? Who are you calling funny?
Oh, the funny scene.
Am I funny? What funny like a clown?
Yeah.
How am I funny? How am I funny?
Amuse you?
How am I funny?
What's awesome about that scene
You know what
is
I mean?
how
What'd you
like
say? What'd you say?
That is.
I'm a clown. Do I amuse you?
Yeah. Do I amuse you?
Do your best, Joe Pesci. Come on.
Do it.
Oh my! I can't do Joe Pesci, guys. Come on.
You just did it.
I was joking.
Give it to us. You know you can do it.
I
Do
hate
it.
you guys.
Hey, Jess.
Do I amuse you?
How am I funny? How am I funny? Funny like a clown? Like how am I funny? How am I funny? Yeah, you tell me. How am I funny?
Can't remember
Like,
the
ah,
name.
He's all serious. And
Yeah, he's so bad.
Did you know that-
fucking Ray Liotta is sitting there, just like all serious? and
Everyone's.
she's like,
Oh,
you
they're
can
all
see
kinda-
everyone's
he's
faces
about
at the
to
table,
fucking drop
and
a
they're all
fucking
just,
log in
oh
his pants.
shit.
He's just
Yeah,
like,
he's
What's
getting
happening?
mad. He's getting legit.
Everyone's.
Right.
And the thing is, they filmed that
Here,
scene.
he's gonna say what I was.
They
gonna say.
Oh, and then you say.
No,
it.
you go ahead.
Okay, the Joe Pesci and Martin Scorsese knew what they were gonna do because I guess that experience that had happened to Joe Pesci once.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
He's a clown or something
But they
like that?
didn't let anyone else know. I don't know if Ray
gotcha.
Liotta was in on it or not, but
Okay.
the other guys weren't, and they kept the cameras right where they were, so you could see all the other people's faces, and they were all just like, "Oh shit."
I would like to
Yeah,
say
this is
something
gonna
real
happen,
quick.
huh?
Justin, your suit is absolutely phenomenal.
I mean, you like this? You got
Hey.
the
you
fucking
fit
taco meat
you
hanging
fit
out and
the
everything.
part, man. That
Taco
is
meat.
beautiful. The chest hair showing
Hell
is
yeah.
definitely a necessity.
I mean, damn.
Show your
The
sweater.
hair is slicked back. I mean,
Oh,
The mic's all in the way.
how about this?
Yeah, shut it off. There you go.
I mean,
You got the chain that Rob gave me here?
you
I
are.
wish it was a little bigger and like a
and a
Italian
little more
horn on it or
gold.
something.
Yeah, we all wish it was a little bigger, you know.
Hey. Story of my life. That's what she said.
And Jess, this fur coat, is that from York Furrier?
Oh, my
or-
mane.
Absolutely is from York Furrier, and thank you. Since
That is
1931,
absolutely beautiful.
They have been
Oh, shit, a
family-
plug.
They've been a family-owned and operated purveyor of fine furs and outerwear and unique accessories.
That
as
was
well.
a
I don't know if
smooth
you guys know
plug.
about
That was a smooth
but,
plug.
They are.
I just knows somebody that works at York Furrier.
Who works at York Furrier? How did this all
My
happen?
dad works at York Furrier.
For how long?
Really?
For like 40 years.
Oh, what's his name?
His name is Mark Gordon.
If you want to
He's
go
the best.
buy a fur, you go buy it from Mark Gordon.
Go see my guy, Mark Gordon over
Hey,
there.
that's got a guy.
Law ever.
You need a guy for fur. You need a guy for fine furs and the unique accessories. You go over down there to York Road and you check him out.
This way.
That was the best Italian accent I got for you guys.
Babidi
My bad.
boopity. Bafangul.
So, thank you for everyone tuning in this little live segment here. I think we're going to take a quick break. Say hi to these guys a little bit. We'll be coming back for a third segment. I'm almost positive of it.
Yes, sir.
Bonfire banter. We'll see you right back. Whoop, whoop. Cool.
It's all for visual. Look, you could not do the barefoot now
Why?
because you don't have a fire to put your feet on.
I will go barefoot right now just to prove to you that I will go barefoot all night long.
I'm freezing right now.
I don't care. I'm not worried.
He's also not on the concrete.
Him
No,
equals
I would
not
still
shook, dude.
Yeah. I was ready to go barefoot in -7.
Okay, go to
God damn
It's
it.
a -7 right now.
Real feel. Whatever that
real feel.
Real feel like it's a lot fucking worse.
It's like,
Yeah, it's 7 right now.
it's like
What's the
fucking
wind
5
chill?
inches, but the real feel is fucking
Real feels
seven.
-9.
Real
Sounds
feel,
right.
baby. Real feel.
-9.
And if you're drunk enough, it might be 10.
Depends on your past experiences.
And how cold it is in the room.
0 by 2 o'clock.
That's lame.
Snow day.
Let's get outside and
Oh,
film
there's
a
no
segment.
such thing as snow days
Let's
anymore.
move us outside. Let's
Never
film a
mind.
segment out
You're
there.
live.
Okay, here we are. We didn't film outside tonight because Rob and Mike said that we couldn't. It's all their faults. No, the backdrop is okay in here. It's all right.
I was actually pretty happy we decided to film
I know.
this.
So, Ryan actually dressed for the weather. And when we started talking about it, he was like kind of happy too.
I had to borrow a nice shirt and
Yeah.
cut it open
He
here.
didn't have his taco meat hanging out before this.
my
Taco
taco
meat.
But
meat.
Rob gave him a shirt so he could he
And
could
a
let
hat.
you all know that he has a patch of man patch right there.
A luscious V.
A luscious V
Chest
a luscious
pubes.
bead from my
Chest
chest
pube.
pubes down to my ball fro.
right down to his ball, bro. So we're talking about Goodfellas and not
All
Step
night.
Brothers yet,
All
but
night.
we'll see if we get there. But Jess, I want to kind of go to you here first. And what is your favorite Scorsese movie? I know there's a lot of them, but would it be Goodfellas or is it something different?
Oh, it's Goodfellas, but
Is it?
Departed's a close second.
Departed is, first off, I think the great thing about Departed is that it's debatable which movie has the bigger star quality there.
Yeah,
There's a
kind
lot
an
of
ensemble.
people in Departed.
Yeah.
There's a lot of great actors in there.
And not the same people. It's you
Yeah,
know,
Yeah.
where you
usually-
get Matt Damon in there, you get Mark
yeah.
Wahlberg in there.
Yeah,
like,
he went with all Boston actors for that one.
which
Yeah.
makes sense. You
Yeah.
know, these guys, you
Yeah.
know, in Goodfellas are more like the New York,
Right,
kind of
yeah.
guys. And then you go to do a Boston.
But then Casino was, those were all Chicago guys.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
But
They
they
kinda
had
did
the
the
same
same
New
accent.
Yorker guys. It was yeah.
You're right.
They didn't use like Chicago
They didn't really
actors.
change anything. They were just
Yeah.
Dagos.
They could have got like Dennis Farina and something. Yeah.
And I
I'm
don't mean
sorry.
that in any kind of derogatory
Betts.
way as far as the Dago thing goes. But we're talking about Goodfellas, so I don't think it's
Preferred term
derogatory.
is Gumbano.
Oh, Gambano?
I don't know.
Gambino? Is that what you're
Gambino.
We're gonna get whacked after this. Cool.
Yeah, thank God they don't know where we're shooting. This
No.
wouldn't have lasted this long.
No, I like Mean Streets and Casino because Mean Streets was the original Goodfellas. It was the
It's blowing my mind that, like, I've seen Casino and I've seen Goodfellas and I've even seen, I don't think Scorsese was.
You have to see it.
What was the De
I
Niro
don't
one
think
when
I've
he's
seen
a
it
bus
either.
driver and it's.
Taxi Driver.
No.
That's
No, Bronx Tale.
Oh, Bronx Tale.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
De
Bronx
Niro
Tale.
directed that movie.
But that's not Scorsese, right?
No, that
No.
was actually De Niro's
That
like
was
directorial
yeah,
debut.
yeah, Robert De Niro directed that himself.
When did that
Yep.
come
That
out?
was actually
post?
that was actually about a
Like
story
93
about
or
Robert De
something.
Niro's
Yeah, it was afterwards.
childhood, about him growing up in the Bronx
Yeah, a
and being
little bit.
attracted to a black woman. He's married to a black woman, and he would that
Teach
was
your own. There's nothing wrong with anything.
no.
There's
That,
nothing wrong with
I'm
any
just
of
saying
that.
that
But
that's what
Oh,
his
yeah.
childhood was
In
like.
those days, it was a
And
big deal.
He
I
was
guess.
That's what the
colloginal.
movie's about. There
You
was
know?
like a
Real quick, do you know who wrote that movie?
Who?
Chaz
Chaz
Palminteri.
Palminteri.
Who the hell is that?
Oh.
Who's the main
He
character
plays Sonny
in the movie?
He's the big bad
about
like
his
mafia
son.
guy
Oh,
in
okay.
it.
He's
yeah.
he's Paulie.
You've seen him before.
In
You
Goodfellas.
recognize him.
I've
If,
seen
Same
I've seen
character.
Bronx Tale, so yeah, I know.
yeah,
what you're
he's
talking
Sonny. Yeah.
about. Okay, I did not know that. That's interesting to me because I like that Tarantino's like finds his way into a lot of his films too. I think that's kind of a cool thing.
Yeah.
I was thinking Larry David kind of does that sometimes. Where
Yeah.
Larry David kind of finds his way into like little
yeah.
extra roles.
Mm-hmm.
Analyze this with De Niro. Chaz
Okay, yeah.
Palminteri is his rival.
his rival
the,
guy,
Wasn't
yeah.
Okay.
Forgot
that
his name.
analyze this
Bad guy,
and
I
analyze
guess.
that? Wasn't that a play on
Billy Crystal. Oh,
Well, it came out as the same time as The Sopranos, which like
Okay.
about two like mafia guys going to
Yeah.
see a psychiatrist, but I don't know if that was just like a major coincidence or not,
Yeah.
or if it was supposed to be a play on it.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I
that's
heard it was a play on something else. I could just be having my memory wrong, but I thought there was something else too that like that was supposed to be based off of. But I don't have the knowledge. to
probably
back it
just
up.
a s-
Obviously I've
kind
done my
of
homework here.
parody of like all of them in a way.
Yeah, which some of my favorite parody movies are ones that make fun of a whole genres, like drinking juice in the hood while it's
Don't
like the
be a
Marlon
menace.
Wayans.
Yeah, yeah,
Don't
yeah,
be a menace
yeah.
in South
Don't be a
Central,
menace in
drinking
South-
juice in the hood.
yeah. So we were
Message.
We were talking about Johnny Dangerously. Johnny Dangerously
Oh, yeah, what is
is
this? You did talk about this off
Michael
screen.
Keaton did this movie Johnny Dangerously, and it's like a
Just like Michael Keaton.
Way
mafia-esque movie, you know, but he plays like this fucking big shot, right? You know,
It's like 1940s or
yeah, 1940s
1930s.
Is that
fucking
Michael Keaton?
gangster.
Is the
It's
guy-
Michael
Yeah.
Keaton, the
30s,
original
30s.
Batman.
30s. All right.
And but he you know, he's the man. He's fucking. He's almost like Jimmy the Gent. You know, Goodfellas. So he runs into this old guy that he used to run into on the block. You know, and he goes, "Hey, Jimmy the scumbag, how you doing?" He goes, "You know what, Johnny? I turned out to be a real piece of shit." He goes, "Yeah, you know what? A lot of people go through their whole life, never know what they want to do. Good for you."
Good for you.
Now, when it comes to parodies, I mean, that's great. And they got the mafia boss. He says all these swear words, but he says something funny here. You fucking sneaky bastard. He goes, you freaking ice holes. Oh, it's fucking hilarious.
That's
You
the
gotta
same
see it.
movie you're talking about, Keaton?
Johnny Dangerously. You gotta see this movie. It's
I
fucking
got
great.
several
Underrated.
movies
It's
I gotta see.
hilarious.
Actually,
Oh
today.
man.
I actually haven't seen that one in a
You
minute.
fucking
Can I ask
sneaky
you a
bastard.
Rob, what do you got?
Can I ask a question real quick? What's going on with Prosenico's facial hair tonight? What
My
is
facial
this?
hair?
Well, you
Did
told
you-
me
hey,
to
wait,
like
did
come
you
in
think-
like a
hold on.
Goodfellas thing, and he
Did you
goes,
think-
"Now I'm gonna get some mutton chops."
No. I want to know. Did you think we were doing an episode about like Cold Mountain or some sort of Civil War movie?
I
tonight?
did this
What
the
hell's
other
going
day
on?
because
Peaky
I didn't
Blinders.
want to shave my entire face, and I was like, "I'll go for the Lemmy," and I was wearing my leather jacket
You're
and
making
my,
him feel
and my
self-conscious.
municipal waist hat, and it looked fucking good.
There's still a gun here. We don't really want to piss him off.
Rob, no body shaming here. No body-
Hey, well,
That's it, Henry. That's it, Henry.
Okay,
That's it, Henry.
I listened to this now. Okay.
Oh my God.
Anyway, I don't look Italian with the fucking chops. I'm sorry, but deep down, very, very, pasta intuitive.
Hey, do you call it sauce or gravy? How do you fuck around?
Whoa, oh, hey. All right, so I'm Italian German. Okay, so we got sauce, we got gravy.
Our technical director, Mike here.
If you say sauce, I'm fucking leaving.
Yeah, I said it earlier, and he was like so
Sauce?
upset.
I'm gonna say sauce.
What is it? What do you call it?
Fucking sauce.
No, what do you call it?
Get the fuck out of here.
It's
What do you call
gravy.
I call it fucking tomato sauce.
It's fucking gravy.
I don't say sauce, but
I thought it was gravy.
It's fucking tomato sauce.
I agree with Mike, man. Every true Italian, like I get like shit on every time.
It's not a fucking gravy.
I go to my
who
girl-
Are, who are you?
Wait,
who are you? Who
when
are you?
When you put meat in there, what do you call it? Meat sauce?
Oh!
Is it meat sauce or is it
I've
meat gravy?
never heard Mike sound so Italian. till right
Yeah,
now.
it's
It's meat sauce?
Isn't it technically gravy because it's made
pasta
from
sauce?
meat?
Gravy.
Like that's
No, gravy is fucking cream
No.
and breakfast
No.
and sausage.
Rob,
No,
This
gravy's
is why
made
we
from
need
meat.
another camera angle.
It's made from, like,
because
meat and the
Mike's
juices in the
facial
meat, so it's
expressions
a
right now,
gravy
he's so
type.
upset.
what's your last name?
It's fucking
Deandria. Deandria.
I got an apostrophe. You know it's real.
Yes. Deandria. I learned
I
this
got an
last week.
apostrophe. I know it's
That's
real.
pretty fucking Italian.
My
You
mom's
think-
maiden name is
fucking up there.
D'Antonio.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
the
that's
same.
pretty-
An apostrophe
yeah.
with
Good,
a
all
D.
right.
Oh, he's like Pasenico. He's like,
It's
I
a
don't know.
fucking
It's
meat
me.
Because
sauce.
the end of the vowel doesn't fucking mean anything.
It's a fucking meat
You got an
sauce.
apostrophe.
I'm not calling it gravy. I never met a
gravy.
fucking Italian in the world that calls it a fucking gravy.
You
are-
haven't met a whole lot
you
of
are
Italians.
different.
Ones then.
I'll tell you
You
that.
It's not the right ones.
I'm not
I'll tell
doing
you
it.
that.
I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it.
I was pushed into this Italian family, and they only call it gravy. And if I go over there and I start calling it sauce, I will literally be thrown out like what's his name's girl when she's got the fur coat on in Goodfellas.
Oh, yeah. Get the fuck
Johnny
out of here.
Roast
Hey, no big purchases.
No big.
I thought
What
I
did I tell you? What did I tell you?
No big
What did I tell you?
beef. No.
What did I tell you?
Yeah,
Frankie
Justin, can I
Carbone.
hear a grievance real quick? Why is Sammy not here? She's the ultimate. Like, I want.
She could
You
be
guys wanna know why?
clarifying
Yeah,
all
you guys
this.
wanna know
Where's
why? I
Sammy?
don't want to get too weird here. You guys want to know why? You want me to pull us all back in?
Yes.
She is working at Doc Ryan's because they just opened, or it's called
That
Doc's
fucking
Victory
bitch.
Pub now. Doc's Victory Pub, who is now
I'm not
owned-
calling it
Hang on,
that.
Hang on. You guys ready?
Calling it Doc Ryan.
Yeah.
Want to know something though?
The Victory Pub.
Hey, guess what? Hey, you guys want to know something real quick?
Yeah.
You bunch of wise guys. Doc's Victory Pub is now owned by Tony Gambino.
All right.
Hey!
All right.
Oh!
All right.
Hey,
So-
bring it up, bring it up.
oh.
Hey, whoa. I don't know nothing. I don't know
fuck
nothing.
you
I don't
So
know
we're
nothing.
going for after
I don't
drinks
know
there,
nothing.
yeah?
I think it's
Hey.
just a coincidence.
Gonna have a little.
I think it's a
Whoa,
coincidence.
whoa, wait.
Who's
Hey,
Tony
whoa, I don't know
Gambino?
nothing.
Hey.
I don't know nothing. It's a
All
coincidence.
right. Jenny, calm down. All right, what do we
Who's-
got?
who's
What
What
I'm
do
going to tell you,
What do we got? What do we
it's
got
a
here?
nice, fine establishment. You want to go get a drink? You want to go get some wings? It's
we-
it's a delicious.
Can we give a shout out right here for some fucking real Italians here? I want to give a shout out to fucking Roberto's.
Hey,
Roberto's
Roberto's.
in Elmhurst on Spring
swelling.
Road. I mean, that place, you go in there and they got Italian speaking waiters. I mean, nobody in fucking Elmhurst speaks Italian, but if you did, this guy would know how to talk to you and take your fucking order.
Hey,
and
shout
I
out.
fucking love that place.
Shout out to
Hey,
Pasquale.
you
Shout out to
piece of
Pasquale.
Shit.
Nobody's watching right now.
This motherfucker cuts me
Are we
off.
live again
Fucking-
on this?
I'll
No,
pop
second.
him off.
You guys didn't even tell me we were
We're
live.
live.
No one cares.
We got 0 right now.
Oh,
Who
we're live?
cares?
Good. Hey.
I'm gonna tell you.
we got
Whoa,
zero
whoa,
right now.
whoa,
Oh, hey, that's it, Henry.
Hey, put the gun.
I'm sorry.
Hey, listen, if Pasquale is watching, Pasquale, you have a fine establishment there. Okay, you brought the motherland back to Elmhurst. We really appreciate you. Thank you so much for bringing a little piece of
You come
Italy
all the way from the fucking
back
motherland
here.
and you bring it to fucking Elmhurst, Illinois. What the fuck?
Fantastic baked clams. If you want some lasagna, you go check them out.
Hey, funny story. I'm a lasagna hog. Backwards is go hang a salami.
Whoa! I want to check the spelling on that because I don't think
Do
you're
it
right.
right now.
Because there's
Pen and a
Oh,
paper.
it's true. Holy shit.
Go
It
hang
is.
a
Yeah, I just saw
salami.
it in my head.
Backwards is I'm a lasagna hog.
Yeah, it is.
I'm not
If you
fucking
fucking-
with
He's
you.
right.
I didn't
Yeah.
make this shit up.
I can't. I'm not like.
That's the best part of this whole segment.
I was gonna
is,
say
like,
I'm not
learning
some
that.
savant like you guys. You're seeing letters in your head. What's a beautiful mind? Fucking Russell Crowe or some shit.
No, Sean
yeah.
Penn with that sad movie when he was getting a little slow. That was so sad.
Are you talking about Rain Man?
I am Sam.
Rain Man.
No,
No,
I
that
am.
was Dustin
I
Hoffman.
am Sam. I am Sam.
I am
I
Sam.
didn't see
yeah.
that one.
No, none
No,
of
you are Ryan,
Oh,
brother.
it's such
seen
a
it. I've
small, sad.
Such a
It's such a
sad.
small movie. I
It's
mean,
such a small,
sad
sad one.
movie. It's so small. I don't know why I said that. I'm sorry.
It has
Johnny.
nothing to do with alcohol.
Yeah. It's the drunk portion of the.
Oh my god! Everything wrong with gun safety
I'm
is
sorry.
here tonight.
You know, he puts a gun on the table.
It's a
here I
gun.
go.
It's a Goodfellas. It's a Goodfellas. It's not even a real gun. We painted over the orange tip. It's not even a real gun.
Wait.
Palling around a couple of
No,
So,
it's-
wait.
It's very real. I
Justin.
don't own fake
No.
guns.
Don't listen to him. It's a cap gun. We painted the orange tip. It's a very fake.
Yeah, the handles.
Anyways, let's move on and not talk any more about that.
So I want to. What's your favorite Scorsese movie aside from Goodfellas?
It's gonna sound blasphemous, and I feel like it is Departed. I think I like Departed more
It's not
than I
really
like.
blasphemous
at all.
No.
I think I like The
wouldn't say
Departed
it's
more
great
than
movie.
I like more than I like Goodfellas. And
Oh.
for the simple reason of the fact that like there's so many twists and turns. Like at the end when you
Yeah.
find out that Jack Nicholson's like he's actually been an FBI informant the whole time.
Right.
And he's like the biggest informant. It's like
It's-
oh
because
my
like
God.
because Goodfellas is a
Yeah, but it makes you hate
biopic
him.
kind of.
Yeah.
You love him at first. You're like, fuck you,
he's
Jack
that
Nicholson.
dude.
Fuck you.
Yeah. He's a bad guy, and at the end you find out he was like the deepest rat.
You
And he's
seen-
talking about these rats, he's talking about these people the whole time, but he was actually on the top level
Yeah.
of the
Heat?
informants.
Yeah.
With De Niro and fucking.
I love it.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah,
And
that's
again,
an awesome movie.
I mean,
yeah.
and the more people that get killed in a movie, to me, like the more main people, and like Wahlberg walks in. The fact that Wahlberg won a supporting actor fucking Oscar for that movie,
I think
like,
he won. I think he earned it.
You know what? I think he earned it. I'm just saying that, like, I feel like if you're gonna talk about Leo not winning an Oscar to like Revenant,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
dude, Leo's a baller in
Yeah.
that
Oh,
movie.
that movie made me a Leo
He
fan. I
plays
was like,
two
all
different
right,
people.
this
And
is
they're like,
this is
Took
not
you that
Titanic.
long to be a
Yeah.
Leo
Yeah,
fan?
it's
almost
Titanic.
I
Yeah.
wish you guys. I wish you guys knew the lines as good as this, but like, I love the part where they start going. Where I think it's De Niro or it's Alec Baldwin, but they're talking to Matt Damon about, or not Matt Damon, but Mark
Matt
Wahlberg
Damon.
about his like upbringing, and he's like talking about how yeah, you used to live in the ghetto, and then you go and you hang out with your parents in the Hamptons, and I'm
Yeah, it's
I'm
like you're
fucking up
hanging
this
in the
paraphrasing.
you're in the North Shore
This
with your
joke sucks.
and then you're dropping your head and you're hanging in
But
the
he's
bad
basically-
Southie projects with your
Exactly.
daddy the fucking
With your
donkey
fucking
on
cousin.
the weekend.
With your fucking cousin.
Did you have
your
two different
shithead
accents?
cousin.
You had
Yeah.
two accents?
Exactly. And he's like
That's an
talking
awesome
about
movie.
how this
Do you
guy
know
is.
Dennis Leary was supposed to they were considering Dennis Leary first
what
for Mark Wahlberg's part. Or for Mark
Wouldn't have
Wahlberg's
worked
part.
as well.
It might have. I mean, like,
I don't know. Dude.
I could see him being a prick too. I mean,
Marky
all you had to
Mark-
do for that
Marky
role is
Mark.
be a giant.
He's
Marky
a
Mark,
dick.
motherfucker. I'll tell you
Oh,
that.
Marky Mark sucks.
Oh, fuck you. Hey, How about those booties at the end?
He was
walked
so-
in with
he was-
booties and everything.
I think he was
Yeah,
so good
fucking
in that in The Departed because they're like, just be yourself. Like, just like, be yourself on a bad day.
Back and forth to him and Alec Baldwin might be the best part.
Yeah,
He's like,
yeah.
Oh yeah. He's like, yeah, I fucked your mother. Oh yeah, my she's tired from fucking your father, and like
The
it's
song, yeah.
so like the back and
Yeah.
forth with them is so fucking funny.
In bed
Like,
with everybody.
Oh,
Back and forth.
that and like the yeah, they're like mushrooms. We keep them in the dock. He's like, we feed him shit and we keep him in the dock. It's so funny.
Normally, he's not like that. Normally, he's a very nice guy. That's what he said.
Yes, you're right.
Don't judge him on
Don't
this
judge
meeting
him
alone.
on this meeting alone. So
that's
good. And again, who doesn't like all the main characters getting their heads blown off? I mean,
Yeah, there's
just me?
there's literally the best shootout ever at the end of that
yeah.
movie. It's just
And what's
everyone-
his name? He's the old guy. He's a captain. The thing gets thrown out the fucking roof at the end. His body fucking
Martin
explodes.
Sheen, yeah,
Martin
he's-
Sheen, yeah.
You mugs got a light? Yeah.
Yeah. Gets his fucking, he gets thrown off the thing. And then they go in the elevator, and he's sitting there with fucking Anthony Adams, and they fucking get their heads blown off. Oh,
Yeah, that was
shit's crazy.
yeah.
dude. It's
When
like-
Leo got his head blown off at the end,
Yeah.
like I remember seeing it in theaters a couple of times because I went back
Oh,
and
you
saw
did
it a couple.
Titanic that shit, huh?
No, I would like as soon as he got fucking popped. I mean, same
Like, wow,
time,
this
just
is
like
dope.
like everyone in the fucking theater was just. I myself stood up, just
No!
fuck you. But yeah.
All right,
that
Rob's
was
over
a-
here for some reason. He's ready to interject.
Yeah, there's obviously got to be a reason if I'm up
Yes.
here. Yeah.
What are you over here for?
No. So, I wanted to go to Casino, and I want to know what each person's favorite part of Casino is. And I'll start it off real quick.
Okay.
It's probably the best part.
All right. I take everybody's answer. Yeah, perfect.
So they're meeting up at Sam Rothstein's house.
Okay.
Yeah, and Joe Pesci's meeting with his banker, and he's asking him about I want to take my money
I
out.
know what he's talking about.
Yeah.
Break your.
Yeah, he's like, well, you can't do that.
door is right behind him. He's like by the pool house.
He's like, well, let me tell you what my business is. Like, I'm gonna come down to your business tomorrow, and I'm gonna
open up the doors.
If you
I'm
don't
gonna
have my
open the-
money
Come
ready,
in when you open. I'm
Yeah.
find you in the office, and if you don't have my money,
I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna fucking split your head open.
put your fucking head open. Yeah.
And hopefully,
And hopefully,
by the time I get out of prison,
by the time I get out of jail, you're coming out of your coma.
guess what?
You know what?
I'm gonna break your fucking head open again.
Because I'm fucking stupid
because I'm
like
fucking
that.
stupid. That's
No,
my
and then he
business.
says
That's
something,
my
he's like,
fucking business.
You put-
like to me
Hey,
that moment
you
sums up all
Best part about
of the
that.
Scorsese
Yeah.
movies.
Yeah.
Like I'm
'Cause
a
I'm
dummy.
fucking stupid.
I'm a
dude,
fucking
I know I'm
psychopath,
stupid. This
and
is
I'm
my business,
and
yeah.
I got
You
more
fat
crazy.
Irish prick.
I got
You
more
put my money
crazy-
to sleep. If you don't have
Yeah,
my money, I'm gonna
I'll put your fucking brain to sleep. I got more stupid than you. Like that's pretty much the deal. That's
I mean,
okay.
I think that's-
Al Capone, Chicago. We all know this. Al Capone. The reason he's what he is because he was the
He had
bigger
syphilis.
psycho than everyone else.
I'll tell you
Yeah.
one thing that just growing up as a male, if you know that the guy across from you wants to fight more than you do, that's terrifying. If you know that that guy that's looking at you is like really wants the fight, that's the most terrifying thing ever. And I've been telling people my whole life, if you go into a fight and you can look crazy, about 90% of people are going to back down. It's just about the character that you
Because if you're
portray.
stupid, that means
Exactly,
you don't have
nothing
much
to lose.
restraint. You don't. Yeah.
Why do you lose it?
They go, oh,
Stupid people are
fuck this.
frightening. Yeah.
terrifying
If I hit this
Somebody
guy,
with
it's not
nothing to
gonna
lose.
phase him. Like, come on,
listen.
motherfucker! Come on, motherfucker!
What's your favorite moment in Casino?
Casino? Okay. And I don't want to go into the whole background of this whole thing because it's kind of a dark story of what happened to me and my older brother at one point, but I won't go into the whole thing because it actually involves his current wife. But the scene where they go out to the cornfield and they throw him in the ditch, and I mean, it was one of those things like It was gut wrenching.
That scene is fucking
to where it's
brutal.
like hard to watch.
It's
like,
especially
He's still
brutal,
breathing.
that
Come on,
scene.
come on,
Dude,
Anthony.
I
He's
know,
still,
he's
he's still breathing.
like
He's
his
still
brother,
breathing.
right?
Come
And
on,
the
he's
thing
still
about it,
breathing.
there's
Come
no-
on,
yeah,
come
it's
on.
his
brother, right?
Yeah.
And he's like, come
Yeah.
on, come on. He's like praying for like mercy.
That's so.
And it's like they
It made you think about your brother, didn't it?
dude.
Yeah, same
I'm
here.
telling
When
you,
I
it's
saw
like,
that film,
it puts you in that scenario like you're that person like begging for their life.
that beating.
It's so dark.
The beating
they
happened-
Kick the shit out of him, and they throw
Yeah.
him in the fucking thing, and then
And-
they're shooting. Ah, it's so dark.
In real life, the beating
dark.
happened in a house in
That was-
Bensonville.
that was the
Then they
Gambino
brought him
and
out to a-
Cilantros
What?
and shit.
Splotros, yeah, and yeah,
Splotros.
that's on the character Joe Pesci
It
plays
has
is
nothing to do with
Nicky
the 100 South
Santoro.
either.
Grand
the,
Avenue Crew.
No, the 100 South restaurant in Elmhurst on New York Road has nothing to do with the Splotro family. By the way,
I don't know
I
shit.
just wanted to separate that.
I don't know anything.
But anyways, we don't want to get too deep into this
Empty beers.
because I'd like to keep my head on my shoulders.
Yeah.
On a swivel.
No, none of
Fucking
these
mouth.
guys are criminals.
I don't
This
wanna get
doesn't
whacked.
happen anymore. It's not a real thing, guys. If any people, we had a family that lived in Oregon and all this other stuff, and they'd hear that our family lived in like Illinois and Chicago, and they'd be like, "Oh, these gangsters, and how are you guys staying alive?" And it's like one of those things where it's like,
You
listen,
live in Elmhurst.
We live here.
yeah, it's a little different. It's
It's
a little
not
different.
the same.
It's
you
not
know?
the same. It's not the stuff. And we're talking about these families, the Splotros, the Gambinos.
you
These
wanna
guys
see-
are
you wanna step
legitimate people now. These guys separated themselves from these families.
talking.
It's not the same thing anymore. So it's we're making jokes here, but at the end of the day, we're not tying anybody to anything here. We don't know anything. At the end of the day,
We don't
they're
know
just
families.
movies. This is Hollywood.
I checked out mentally
All
5
right,
seconds.
Richie,
ago.
jump over here. Come over here.
Why are you explaining so much?
Oh,
I
I'm
got a
scared.
question.
Because I'm scared. It's because I'm scared.
I got a question for you guys here. Who's gonna dig the hole?
Hey,
I'll take a fucking
I'll think the
hole.
hole's the
The
first
reason-
fucking hole
Where
I
are
ever
the
dug.
shovels?
How many
You
holes
think
have you
I'll
dug?
You think it's the first hole I ever
I'll
dug?
fucking dig another hole. The first hole I ever
holes
dug.
you
God,
get? I've
yeah,
dug
yeah.
thousands of holes in my life.
Best
How many
hole
holes
dig.
are you guys gonna dig?
Hey, best neighbor, if you're an angry guy, is a great.
Actually, yeah. Rich,
That's just a joke. No, I'm not an angry guy. It's just a joke. It's just a joke.
Richie and I know how to bury a body.
Oh yeah, we did
Just
it for
saying.
years.
Hey, we're
Yeah, you
just
guys
kidding
have
here.
access
Hey,
to
it's just it's all
incinerators and
light.
all
It's
that.
all lighthearted.
They paid us. They taught us how to do it.
Yeah,
And now we know how to
It's a legitimate
dispose of
profession.
a body.
We're just kidding. We're just kidding. Not really, but I mean, he really does it for a living. But
I'm not saying I'm into that business, and I'm not saying I'm Italian. I'm
Hey.
just saying if I was Italian and I knew how to dispose of a body, which I do, and I am, I might do that.
and on that,
He stabbed himself in the back 3 times and threw himself off a
I
bridge.
saw him do it.
It was
very
tragedy.
flexible.
It was a tragedy.
He was very
He's
flexible.
very flexible.
It was very unfortunate.
Justin, we're an hour and a half in right now. Just so you know.
At that point, I say, if we're an hour and a half in on 3 segments.
There's an exodus.
Oh, there's an right behind you,
Oh,
actually.
the axe.
And it kind of lines up with everything we're talking about. They don't kill people in these movies with axes, but what a better weapon than an axe? I mean,
It's beautiful. It's beautiful.
Timmy,
It's a fine
turn
piece
the
of.
head around, and there's a magnetic. Oh no, there's not. But guess what?
That's right.
Oh, you got it. Oh, you
Yeah.
already took it off. This guy's on top of this game.
Right there.
Timmy, sign
Sign
your name
anywhere.
on that axe. We were so proud of the amount of signatures.
On the handle? Okay.
If you can,
All right, that's fine.
find a spot. There's a lot of like round spots that are very hard to sign on. But we are so proud of the amount of different people that have signed this axe at this point. I was looking at some old posts from us from the very beginning, and there's some pictures of the axe in the summer, and you know they were sparse, few and far between. And one of the things that I love about the show is that I keep looking at this axe, and it really makes me feel so proud about what we've done because it is
lot of signatures
legitimately
on here.
it is legitimately filled up with people, and I think at some point we have to look back at what we've done. I think we need to count how many people are on this thing because it's the more and more I look at this, it makes me really proud. You know, we've got a lot of people out here.
Yeah.
A lot of them be like that's the whole point of the show too is that we're trying
Feel
to
so-
get anybody from any walk of life It doesn't matter. Any topic is relevant, and no opinion is insignificant.
My heart is
love
very
this
warm
show.
right
I
now.
love this show for that reason. That
Timmy.
every topic is something completely different, and
Absolutely.
it's not geared towards anything.
Yeah.
It's just if you have a suggestion, they'll do a segment on it.
He's right.
If you guys have something that you want to see, go ahead and suggest it to them, and
Absolutely.
we'll do a show about it. We'll talk about it.
And guess what? One cool thing that I know I talked to Rob and Mike about before was that we're doing a skateboarding episode in a couple weeks, and
Oh, Ryan said on
I
that
was
one.
like, Persenico's obviously on the episode. We know he's going to be on the episode, but he also has, and I don't want to butcher the name of your class, but tell us
Ramp Rats.
the Ramp Rats. So Ryan Persenico does this thing with the youth of America.
the Utes.
The Utes.
no, it's the
Utes. Hey, the Utes. Hey, now we're talking about my cousin Vinny. Now we're going to Eddie. Now we're going to Eddie Pesci.
I'm surprised we didn't
The
go
Utes.
more off and throw it into other movies.
Yeah. So he's talking about the Utes of Villa Park, and Persenico does some great work. He's getting kids, into something that is maybe that these kids have no other outlet. They watch these videos, they want to become skateboarders, and they want to do these things. A guy like Ryan Persenico is like a safe haven. I mean, goddamn, you got a guy in Villa Park that wants to teach you how to be a skateboarder. How many towns that got somebody like you? Amazing, dude.
And
Tell us what you do.
That's what I've noticed about skate shops. Skate shops. Where do you see a skate shop?
There's not that many.
Look, anywhere in any town, any downtown. Downtown Elmhurst used to have 360.
360.
Um,
I'm
Villa-
not going to talk about Rob and Joe's involvement with 360, but we'll just go on.
Well, Villa Park used to have Motivate, and
You told me
Lombard
about
had
it
Board
earlier.
Dog, and now all these places are gone. And all you can do is order something off of Amazon or go to Zoomies in the mall, and it's like a shitty mall, fucking.
It's the hot topic of
store.
But I feel like
skateboards.
you're
It's
the
the
kind
hot
of guy-
topic.
I feel
I'm the one that's bringing like underground skateboarding back, and I want to do it for the kids that like just teach them how to ride and
Yeah.
give them the love.
And you're not doing it for like some $1 million thing. You're not thinking you're
I
fucking,
actually want to
you're
turn
gonna be
this.
Tony Hawk, but I feel like that like it's something you're passionate in that you're sharing with like the youths.
I want to turn
and
this.
I feel like it's amazing. Like,
I want to turn this into a non-profit organization.
It's awesome.
So where I can get funding or fundraisers, we can
Hell yeah.
have fundraisers, we can have events, and all that money goes into T-shirts for kids joining class.
Yes.
Skateboards for kids who don't have one. So there's a lot of kids who join the class or who want to join the class, and they don't have.
they can't maybe because they don't have a skateboard.
They don't. Well, they have a skateboard, but they have like a Walmart skateboard, and and I.
Well, their parents might not be able to afford anything.
Right,
else,
and that's the thing. They go, well, I didn't want to just get them, a $200 real skateboard if they weren't going to be into it.
Yeah.
But I go, well, all right, well, if they're into it, just they can have the board, fine. But I will give them trucks and wheels and bearings, and you have to be able to roll. The Walmart, the Target, those brands, they have really crappy bearings and wheels, and I mean to be able to roll with the class, you've got to have quality equipment.
All right,
So
I'm
the
gonna
board.
go out on a limb here, and I might regret this later. But what I'm going to say is that Ryan Persenico is going to do his Ramp Rats class this next summer, and Justin Peacock here is going to buy 2 special members of that class a skateboard. And this is not like Scott's Tots. This is not like
Scott's Tots.
This is not like some office thing where I'm gonna, I'm gonna tell you I'm gonna do something. I'm not gonna do it. But I will tell you right now, the best 2 people. I'm not saying the best. The most dedicated 2 kids that need skateboards on the Ramp Rats. You talk to me at the end of the class next year, and Bonfire Banter is going to sponsor 2 skateboards, some badass ones, for the best 2 kids that need it. Not for the kids that necessarily are, that already have them. But that's what we're going to do. Hey, I love you, buddy. That's what we're going to do. Hey,
Yes.
that's what we're going to do. We love you guys, and Ryan's doing some awesome stuff. So that's what it's going to happen here. So we want to wrap this up. We're gonna shoot the.
I got one.
Go for it.
I got one last question.
What do you got?
I want to know one thing. I want to know one thing. I want to know why is Goodfellas Jess's favorite movie? I want to know why.
Tell me why.
And we're gonna end it on that.
Oh, we'll end it on
We're
that.
gonna
I
end
like
it on
that. I like that. I like that. The director's got to come in sometimes and tell us what the hell's going on, because I'm just gonna end this on a whim. All right, just answer your husband's question, if you can, please.
Okay. Goodfellas is my favorite movie because it represents what every human craves and learns best from, and that's good storytelling. It's just an amazing story, and it makes it more meaningful, I think, that it's actually based on true events, that these things really happened. The other thing that I really enjoy about it is the relationship between Karen and Henry Hill, because even though it's tumultuous and riddled with all kinds of things that people might judge as not the ideal relationship, there's something really beautiful about how they kind of go through every challenge together all the way up until they go into witness protection.
Yep.
And so
She stays with them again.
25 years.
23.
It's one of those.
But yeah.
23.
It's one of those things too, where again, it's you know, I think they're Catholic, right? A lot of these Italians, I think they were especially
Half
Catholic,
Jewish.
right? Half,
He
Just
was
the good
half
half.
Jewish.
The good half.
But like I was saying though, is that they, you know, a lot of these people that, you know, go into this lifestyle, they do have a religious background, and I think it's very interesting juxtaposition, because it puts you in a tough spot. And as a Catholic, you know, I don't know a ton about it. I'm not Catholic personally, but I do know that there is the, you know, you go into the confessional and you can kind of release everything you've done wrong. And I think that's an interesting thing in that kind of culture, that these guys in those days felt as if they can go out there and be themselves and pump this business.
As long as they, it's like in a Bronx Tale.
They can go
Oh,
on
it's
the
like
pen.
Boondock Saints.
Boondock
it's
Saints is
like
very
as long as-
similar.
When we're in the confessional,
As long
and
as
he's
you
fucking,
confess,
he's
you've
with
got
the,
a
with
fresh
the father,
slate, yeah.
and he, you know,
Yeah.
What
That's
better religion to be a part of than one that just forgives you of all your
Yeah,
sins?
that's
Right.
exactly a Bronx Tale.
Well, that's why I was raised Lutheran. You know, we could eat fish. They didn't give a shit.
Oh, yeah.
You could be cool. Been mad. You
Lutheran's
smoke-
pretty easy.
Lutheran
I
is
went to
like
a Lutheran
the-
college.
like the
Diet
sweetest
Catholic.
religion. They're just like,
Diet.
we're cool. It's fine.
We are not opposed to any religious views here at Vampire Rancher. We love all.
Disclaimer.
And by the way, we're all of different religious beliefs. But one thing we have in common is that we all love Bonfire Banter, and we all love Scorsese movies.
Yeah.
So, fantastic stuff here tonight, guys.
Hey, can I get a hey?
Hey! That's a hey! Fantastic! Hey! Hey! We'll see you very soon. Bonfire Banter signing out. Keep stoking those fires. Bonfire Banter. We want to give a special shout out to all of our sponsors. Since day one, York Furrier has been helping us out, supporting us on social media, gave us some fantastic hats. What could be better than that? Keep me warm all winter long around this fire. Since 1931, they've been a locally owned and operated purveyor of exceptional furs, fine outerwear, and unique accessories. Check them out in downtown Elmhurst on York Road. The finest fur establishment, furry, that you're going to find anywhere in Chicagoland area. That's where the stars are going when they're filming in Chicago. They're going to York Furrier. So check them out. Thanks again for all your support. More Brewing Company. Big thank you to them. They've been letting us try some of their amazing craft beers. They're out in Huntley is their main establishment with most of their brewing equipment on Automall Drive. You can also check them out in Villa Park on Villa. My new favorite beer is actually by them, Partially Cloudy. So thank you so much for turning me on to this one, and thanks for your support, More Brewing Company. If you're looking for unique craft beers and artfully crafted food, go check them out. Again, supporting local business is what this is all about right now. JPL Property Services, keeping us warm around the fire with that full face cord. Thank you so much to Jim for dropping that off. If you're looking for anything from landscaping to snow removal, look no further. Jim will get you taken care of. JPL Property Services. Check them out on Facebook. And lastly, Jay and Jill Create. That's our art director, Jay. Jay and Jill Create. Pretty much print you anything you want. T-shirts, mugs, ornaments, gifts, whatever you're looking for. If you're looking for something creative, give them a call. Jay and Jill Create. Check them out on Facebook as well. As always, thank you to all of our sponsors. And here's to us, hoping we can get a few more. Bonfire Banter. We'll see you soon.